So, your characters have all had events happen to them in the past few weeks since the attack on the capital within Durath, known as Martel, by the Hydra Alliance and other members around the world of different groups. Recently, a man named Bill
Oh no.
handed a platinum great axe, my bad, to a dock worker, who then screamed and disappeared, the axe dropping to the ground. Arrested, this man was thrown into a court very quickly. Judgment was placed upon him, and he's sitting there for 20 years to life.
Dumbass.
Another person in our group. 5-1, please tell me your character's name.
The character's name is Ebphis, and they are a Goliath Eldritch Knight fighter.
This Goliath, what was his crime? Why is he in jail?
He actually was exiled from his homeland, being stone throw, and was traveling in the main continent. Ended up accidentally / probably on purpose killed a few people. Apprehended in a bar at one point whilst half drunk, and was taken to this prison whilst still drunk. And he doesn't remember the way here, doesn't remember really how to get out, but he knows that he wants to be free. That's all he wants. He just wants to be free.
He knows that he's not going to be free because he killed people, and he's probably going to be executed within the next year or so. Meanwhile, our vision shifts once again. Big Shot, I'm going to unmute you. Let's see if you're done talking.
Sounds like pussy.
So, funny thing about...
So,
So what are they about?
our vision shifts back once again to the outside of this large castle palace-like structure made of stone. However, it seems to be floating above the main desert continent, shackled by 3 large black grayish chains that seem to have anchors miles away. We see this large pit beneath the floating islands. Little bits of green rock that seem to shine almost like gemstones embedded into different parts of the sandstone underneath the island itself. Float stone. An all-encompassing sandstorm blowing around this portion of the desert for years. The island shifts and moves with the sandstorm's winds ever so slightly. Not enough to throw people off, but enough to make it hard to shoot with a fucking cannon. We see a large convoy coming to one of these large chains, as we see stepping out of this convoy with 2 individuals in chains. A human man who seems to be long hair draping over his face, dry skin, seemingly just in rags, not saying anything, hunched over, walking forward as he moves, chained both his hands and legs. As we see escorting him, Dead and Burden, explain your character, please.
Alright. So... Wait, so I'm escorting him?
Yes. You're not a guard. You've helped arrest one of these 2 people.
Alright. So, the person escorting him, they are draped in black, not ragged, but not in amazingly crafted draped clothing, with a hood over their head and a decent belt around their upper torso. Iron looking, not quite sure. Just cutlasses on their fists. Cloth gloves. It's their shins and lower than that have golden rings around them. They don't prove much protection, you don't think, but they definitely do look stylish. Pointed, has nice, decently fancy shoes, but most noticeably, you see that this person, they have a bird mask on. You can't see their eyes. It's just a black void of nothing behind the mask. It's cracked a little bit, but it's repaired and it generally, they don't look that kind. They're just more unnerving.
So as you push this guy by the shoulder out of the cart and look up towards the floating fortress, you hear another individual speak to you from behind. Wahoo. As you push this large, almost 10-foot human with grayish, almost rock-like skin out of the cart. This is a Bold, one of the demi-humans, one of the humans of the Durathian-based society from long ago that seems to have stuck to their roots to more of an extent, that live in mountainous areas and underground caves. One of the other individuals you were hunting, you push him out of the cart as you say something to Denenburden. What does your character look like? And who are they?
My character is about a 6'3", rather human-looking tiefling, and that's on purpose. He does it to disguise himself, and he wears usually mithril chainmail with a long overcoat, gloves, and he wears a lot of rings and beard jewelry, as well as a very wide-brimmed hat.
Maybe
He's always got a nice curly mustache.
The only thing that really gives you away to anybody who looks at you for more than a few minutes would be the small bumps where your horns are disguised.
Yes.
But those are usually hidden under bandanas, wraps, and hat, so nobody usually sees them.
Yes. He wears a bandana under his hat, usually.
As you step out, what do you say as you see this large floating fortress within the middle of the sandstorm?
I'm gonna just casually mimic I'm gonna mimic the voice of one of the guards that I'm assuming kind of, talked to us earlier, but,
Yeah.
I'm gonna say, Jesus, I really hope that, well, it's not as bad in there as it looks, because quite frankly, that, I do not want to be in there. What about you, man?
I assume just Wahoo steps out and slaps you on the back from his character picture.
Yeah. He does. So, wait, so who was that speaking to me? I'm sorry.
That was
Denenburden.
the one who helped you with this bounty.
Alright. Yeah. Won't be so bad.
Still,
go ahead.
unnerving. It's just unnerving is all. I'm not quite used to all this. I haven't been doing the bounties for a while. It's my second or third one, I believe.
As you say this, you hear, and it's crawling out with this insectoid-like carapace and these loud clicking noises against the wood and stone of the carriage. You see this medium-sized creature, about 3 feet tall, that has this orangish carapace. It looks almost insectoid, but it's large, and it has this large feathered tail at the back of it, as well as these two large feathered mandibles at the front. Your rust monster that seems to have many leather bands and strapped pieces of armor around it, as well as, funny enough, almost like one of those bridles you'd put on a horse to hold yourself as you're moving around, like on a saddle, but it's only in the direct middle of it because you've had to use them a few times to escape from small holes from... let's just say, time's gone bad.
Yeah, boy. You did a good job, too. You helped out with that.
It climbs up onto your shoulder, and it's pretty fucking heavy, but it climbs up onto both your shoulders and makes this, strange carapace scarf around one of your more critical points that's uncovered.
Yeah, just go ahead and chill out, or fall asleep, man. I'll take care of you, don't worry. I say this as I reach my pocket and feed him that one loose silver gold coin I have. That's
as you flick it up to him, his mandibles touch it and it just disintegrates into the wind and the desert storm, disappearing. You usually know not to wear necklaces because this is one of his favorite spots. So I'll say none of that shit's no medals around your neck at the moment.
Yeah, good boy.
So,
thanks for letting me keep him along with us during that whole bounty. Some people are put off by me having him. He's a good boy though.
Wahoo, what you've seen is a rust monster, if you know what that is.
I think I do.
I have a picture for him. I picture I fucking edited from.
I still don't like the little fuck.
One more time. I didn't hear you said.
Still don't like the little fuck.
Oh, he's a good boy. Don't worry about him. Just don't touch his mandibles and you'll be fine.
So as you guys say this, you hear a guard say, "Have you gotten a good look at it yet? This is where the two will be staying, thanks to you. Climb on back in cart and we'll be off."
Alrighty.
Fuck, I just did a Skyrim thing without realizing it.
Yeah, fucking. I heard that. Didn't say anything about it. I heard it though.
I swear I didn't mean to.
Yeah, fucking sure, whatever.
I realized as soon as I
Hey,
said it.
Finally.
Alright.
Hey, you're finally awake.
Oh,
Anyways, as you guys both climb in to get out of this brutal storm, you watch out the windows as the carts climb onto this platform at the bottom of one of these chains, and floating up the chains, the platform starts to move up the chain, staying at a flat angle. Almost like a 45-degree elevator. Or a gondola, I should say.
That's the nice little boy. That's Stanford.
Yep. Alright. I'll have to add that one and your character to the D&D scene I use for my recordings. But anyways, as we return, our vision shifts once more. A few miles outside of the prison, you could only see the small outline of darkness from where the sun bears down on it. And we see plated individuals in almost conquistador-like outfits, riding amongst beasts of the desert, these long, elongated, lizard-like creatures, almost Komodo dragons, but large, 10 feet tall, with many saddlebags and different carpets and different felts strung over their bodies. They seem to have these large, hair-like beards that come off them, and they seem to be braided too. And we see riding next to them on a desert, tan-skinned rhinoceros, a man with darkened skin, human, with many different red tattoo patterns across his body and white flowing long hair. A member of the Durath, another different version than the Bold that you guys have seen, who are known for their more ancestral, tribal-like nature. They are probably one of the closest to the ancient Durathian humans, to current date knowledgeable, from what many people around the world could find about them. And they seem to be talking. You hear no one here hears this. This is just for the audience, basically. The Durath goes, "We've shown you the way. You will leave us out of harm's way, will you not?" And one of these Spanish conquistador rubs his beard and goes, "Of course, my friend. The Hydra Alliance thanks you." And he flips him a coin. As he catches it, he looks at it. "This is a strange metal. Where did you get it?" "Oh, do not worry. There is much more rhodium for you where that came from." As he puts away this large, orangish coin that seems to be the same color as autumn leaves. As he puts it away, he goes, "We will talk again, my friend," as he slowly turns his rhinoceros around and rides back into the storm. The conquistador goes, "Well, boys, we found our mark. Let's go ahead and have a little fun, shall we?" As an army of almost 100 of these Spanish conquistadors start to ride forward. However, two large, maybe 50-foot elephants start to walk through with these large platforms on their back. And you see there's more than 100. Maybe about 140, including the ones on across those elephants. As they start to walk towards this chain to the prison, our vision once again shifts to a cell. Bill, you've been in this cell for far too long. It's been nearly a week and a half since you were put in here because you handed your silver great axe to a dock worker trying to figure out what it did, and they disappeared after going, "Ah!" And then you got blamed for killing them, but you weren't able to convince them. You don't know what the hell just happened. They just disappeared.
Did they mention what my bail would be?
Your bail? Well, that's only for your court date, and because your court date was hurried along, there was no bail. You are currently serving your 20-year sentence. At the moment.
Life without bail, damn.
Yeah, and plus, bail isn't here.
He's in a different place. Okay, well then, I will simply serenade the guards.
As you start to serenade, make me performance.
Oh, you're a bitch. You're a bitch.
Oh no, blue
Do a
balls. That's what I'm
song!
thinking. You said performance?
Yes, a few. You guys hear that? You guys hear one of the imps flying around go, "Do a song!"
I mean, I am a performer.
Yeah.
You hear another imp in the background go. Play Freebird. Sorry,
Alright, let me
play
roll.
Bird.
So I
Bird free.
sometimes when I'm lying in bed just to get it all what's in my head, and
You roll
I'm
a 14.
feeling yes, a little peculiar.
As you do this, you're shaking your manacles and hitting against the back wall. It's actually a pretty good song for anyone listening. And one of the guards walks by. You were doing the "Hey Ya" song, so I said it's pretty good. As you're singing this, two of the guards walk by and they're like, "Hey Jim, we're gonna need to open the cell. We got another prisoner." And you hear Jim go, "Man, you hearing this song? Why did they lock a musician like this up? Oh, he killed someone. Oh."
Not intentionally.
Supposedly.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
As
The implication.
Jim opens the door, the other two, at this point, seem to throw this Goliath-like individual into the cell with you and start to lock him up. And the other two, these are two guards that you know as well. This is, let's see here, Walter and Jesse, who seem to be the ones who brought you to this cell specifically, and they seem to talk to you every so often. Man, it really sucks. You're a really good person, but, I mean, you made one bad mistake.
Wait a minute,
Walter says.
wait.
And then Jesse says, yeah,
No.
it sucks.
I got this.
No, it's not your characters.
Oh, damn.
And Jesse
You
looks...
said Walter.
Yeah, Jesse looks over and goes, yeah, Walter's right here, man. You can't be making those mistakes. It sucks, man, I know, but we can't let you out anymore right now until lawman says.
But Mr. White.
No.
I mean, who's the real criminal here?
You.
You.
Me or the fact that the law system failed to see that a simple mistake is made.
Man, you give someone an axe and they fucking vanish. You kill somebody.
Hey, I mean, I paid him.
Man, that guy's
You
like...
paid to kill him? That's
That guy's
so illegal.
that guy's like in a private dimension right now, getting all the pussy he wants.
Damn,
He still technically died.
Should have been me. It should have been me.
Hey, don't worry about it. Hey, question. When you get out of here, do you still want some of that alchemical?
We'll talk about that later.
Walter,
Yeah,
we are...
got it.
Walter, you gotta stop this. Your addiction's bad. I mean, you
I
gotta
don't
stop
take my own supply.
You gotta stop...
You're the one taking my own fucking supply.
Stop talking to Wider. I know he's your brother, Walter, but still. He's a bad influence on you.
Walter, I worry about your health.
You see, I haven't...
I don't take my own supply. I'm not a fucking idiot.
I haven't talked to my brother Jessamine in a while, man. Because he's a bad influence on me, too. You gotta stop this. Anyways, we need to get
Didn't
going.
you literally yesterday go out and go get fucking turned? Didn't you do that yesterday? And the reasoning was because fuck bitches getting money.
Oh, look at that. We have some paperwork to do. Let's go, Walter.
Yeah.
Jesse just dodging the topic.
No, hey, paperwork.
As they both leave the cell and Jim locks it up, he goes, "Psst. Hey, Bill. I liked your song. I'm sorry about the circumstances, but I'll get you an extra cosmic brownie during, supper tonight."
Oh, thank you, buddy.
Are you sure that wasn't Germa?
I'll suck a dick for that. Don't worry.
German 985 is in jail next to me.
Man, you give me some fucking emotional money for you to suck your dick or something.
Well, anyways, my time's almost gone tonight. I'll come back later when I'm back here. And he starts to walk away. Oh, you might want to say hi to your new roommate as he disappears. Into the hallway. By the way, this entire place is nearly completely dark. There's only an ambient blue light that maybe you could see, because you're human, only see like 2 feet in front of you. There's this constant dripping sound of water, even though there's no water around you.
Anytime someone says dripping sound, my mind immediately goes to the fucking
Pussy?
no, like actual like drip check music.
Drip. My brain goes to fucking Goku deciding for the fucking drip. I'm like, oh, fuck.
Anyways,
Mine
Goliath.
goes to a song called The Dripping Tap.
You've just listened to this entire conversation as you are no longer drunk at this moment, with a hangover.
Goliath. Where is the character?
In the cell.
No,
So what
don't do shit. No shit, dipshit. Where in the channels is your character sheet?
I didn't put it in the sheet there yet.
Where do you get in for, partner?
Well, I guess let's just say that they said that you're in here for killing someone, right?
Unintentionally.
I guess you
I
can
mean,
say
he's
that
not
I'm
even-
here
he's
for
probably
roughly the
alive.
same thing. I, quote unquote, accidentally killed someone.
Are you saying that I didn't and accidentally kill someone, but rather intentionally killed someone?
No, I'm not saying that it was an accident or not, but can they really prove that it was you? Plus, who's to say that the person isn't alive?
15 different
That's what I'm
witnesses.
That's what I've been saying. Like, just because he screamed and disappeared off of this plane of existence does not mean he's dead.
Exactly.
I didn't even have a lawyer at my trial. They wouldn't let me call Saul.
Saul was busy.
So, in that case, is he ever actually really dead? I mean, he disappeared, yes, but is he dead?
Oh no, a second campaign coming on.
Uh-oh.
I can feel it.
Yo,
No.
question. Do you guys want some drip noises? Cause I can do some cave dripping noises.
No, it's fine.
Ah, damn! But I already got the.
If you, yeah, go ahead, do it.
Continue.
Continue.
I was half expecting to hear the fucking Goku drip.
I was
Drip
tempted.
top, motherfucker. Continue.
I
Anyway,
don't know where to continue from.
So, how many was it? Was it just the one, or did you happen to get, let's say, a small group of them?
Well, it was only just the one. I paid him. I paid him to hold a great axe that was allegedly cursed, and he disappeared.
That's
Dude,
a
allegedly.
little different. I don't think you'd normally pay someone to have them die.
Normally.
As you guys
Exactly.
as you guys are talking, you hear footsteps about to pass by your gate from where Jim left. You get the feeling to the left of where the cage goes, like where you enter in from your point of view, sitting facing it. That's probably where people come from, but you're not sure because the winding hallways are different. They seem to change every so often, just from what you've seen. Dead and Burden. Wahoo, as you're walking by, you hear voices talking in a cell about killing people. Dead and Burden, make me a perception check.
Oh, okay. A perception check. Alright.
Real quick, have any of you played Boneworks or Bone Lab?
Yes. Bone Lab.
Okay. Good to know.
I played it.
I
Good to
mean,
know.
my bedroom's called the Bone Lab. What?
Okay, okay. Okay, you know what's stupid? I have fucking +4 persuasion, +6 to sleight of hand stealth, +4 deception, but a fucking flat 0 perception. Good fucking
Because it's
god.
based on wisdom.
My wisdom is
Negative, probably.
11. So
Yeah.
Yeah, it's flat.
okay. So, oh god, wrong copy and paste. Hold on. Wrong copy and paste.
Thank you for thank you.
Struggling
Oh,
Steve popping in real quick.
Stanford appears for a split second and disappears as he's phasing through the realities.
Regardless, I wouldn't really expect someone to, accept money to die.
Dan Burden, you rolled a 15?
Yeah.
You hear a familiar voice, one that's This is the Bill that's like blonde-haired Bill, right?
This is the Blaze.
So this is the
Hey,
one
can
that
I-
Dead and Burden's met, right?
Can undead
Yes.
see in the dark?
Undead technically can. You are a. I'll say this: you hear a familiar voice from the prison cell to your right, Dead and Burden.
I'm gonna. Are we being escorted, or are we just kind of?
There are
freely
two
walking?
guards behind you, but as you stop and look over, they do stop with you. Wahoo, you see Dead and Burden stop and look over to his right towards the cell as he starts to walk over.
You know what I'm gonna do? Just to really just be something real fucking fun and make fun of my mimic.
What?
I'm gonna mimic Bill's voice. Or
Okay.
his voice.
Okay.
And just go, well, howdy there, fucker.
Bill, you hear your own
Oh,
voice speaking to you.
Oh, what up, son?
What the fuck you do?
Okay, so I was just minding my own.
Hold on. Guards, do you mind if you don't need to leave. I'm just, are we able to talk here for a second? Won't be more than like
I mean,
30 minutes, maybe.
One of us needs
He's
to. One of us needs to stay with you. You know.
Yeah, he's just an old acquaintance of mine.
As you look, these guards are completely full plate mail. They look like knights, like completely closed. You can't really see any of their facial details. As one of them nods to the other and moves maybe 30 feet back the way you guys came and just posts up against a wall. While the other one looks towards you, Wahoo, and says, "Would you like to continue to the office to turn in your bounty?"
Nah, I think I'll stay here.
All right, we'll be at least 30 feet away at all
Oh,
times.
dude. Thanks a ton. Alright. So, what would you do?
Okay, so I paid someone to hold a great axe that was allegedly cursed.
Why do I believe you almost immediately? That just sounds like something you do.
I mean, your first,
And-
literally, Dead and Burning, your first fucking meeting of this guy was him talking to some abandoned stall in an alleyway, and then as he went to go touch something that wasn't there, it got flung halfway across the fucking town. So
Yeah, I just believe you do that. Like, good god.
oh yeah, this is the Constellator, isn't it?
The Constellator?
That's his title because
Yes.
he made a constellation in
Yes.
the sky in his first fucking session.
So
That's me.
okay. Why did you pay him? And why did you okay. Many questions. Continue.
Okay, so I was paying him to test out the axe. I was gonna let him hit me with it. As soon as he touched it, he disappeared.
And you didn't have anyone else nearby to
Oh, no,
back up your claim.
There were plenty of people there, but they failed to see.
So you didn't have a third-party witness to having a dude hold a supposedly cursed axe.
Okay.
You are a fucking dumbass.
Okay.
I know you are.
Hold on. Hindsight's 2020. However, all the dock workers.
Your hindsight's fucking 13 at best.
Okay, true, but still, all the dock workers there saw me pay him, and probably heard me say, "Hey, it's cursed." He knew it was cursed when I handed it to him, and he screamed and popped out of existence, and then they got mad at me,
I'll say this,
like I
Bill.
did something.
You weren't directly talking to them, so like some of them had their eyes on you, but they weren't listening to you because there's docs and they're doing their work at that moment.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah.
So, like... Why?
Because I wanted to know what the axe did before I incorporated it into my other axe, which is something we will talk about later.
So... This sounds like something you do. I'm not saying you're in the right, but also I'm saying I don't totally disagree not trying out a fucking cursed axe, supposedly. Which, turns out, it was cursed, so at least you were semi-right.
Exactly. I didn't even get a proper trial. I didn't get a lawyer. I didn't get a proper trial. They wouldn't let me try for bail.
Can you really blame them?
At
Right,
least you
but-
gotta try.
You made a man vanish out of existence, like, gone.
Well, hey, he's probably still alive.
In what? Hell, being fucking burned alive into some fucking demon's private prison?
Or he's in heaven getting 72 virgins.
That's fucking all... Okay, so, first of all, 72 versions would be a pain in the ass because first of all, you gotta teach 72 versions all how a dick works over and over again. Second of all,
I know. I'd
so
rather have
basically,
72 rods.
you. Okay, you know what? Enough of you for a second. Who is your nice-looking friend here?
He's
Oh,
this like
believe me.
7 foot tall, but sitting down at the moment, gray skinned individual.
He is extremely buff, like about as buff as a
Dude.
human could possibly get.
Nice
like-
workout.
he, like,
Dude,
sits-
nice workout routine.
His arms are pulled up with manacles at the moment, but as he sits down on the wall like bends and contorts behind him.
Dude, workout routine. I need to know that.
He's
Actually,
swole.
no.
He's bulking up.
That would be bad for stealthing.
I mean, that is true, but let's just say that I was born this way. I happen to just be naturally very, very strong.
You were literally the top of the gene pool. Congratulations.
No, he just bulked a lot, you know.
Oh, it's not just that. Say, do you two happen to know each other? Judging from the way that you're talking, probably for
This
let's say, a few
idiot Bill.
months. Yes, this idiot Bill, as you can clearly say. Obviously, he is not really the brightest one as he landed in here.
I met him in a alleyway, screaming at an empty table, which he then broke out of a fit of rage and got his ass tossed out of the fucking alleyway 30 feet behind him because the table was magic apparently, and then me and him fought a fucking meth gator. So yes, he is a fucking idiot.
That was in Pearl Shore, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Nope.
Ah,
Was it?
of
Nope,
course it's
Riverton.
in.
Okay, it was in Riverton actually, not Pearl Shore.
It was one of the two places.
Close
Those are
enough.
probably the only places that I personally can think of that have gators in the water nearby.
No. Meth gators.
Yes, gators.
Meth gators. Very different fucking breed.
I'm pretty sure that they both have the same sort of gators.
Same look. Actually, not in the same look. Meth gators they are big boys who, quite frankly, it killed like 16 to 20 guards easily.
Quite frankly, they got the
And then-
drip.
One more time.
Quite frankly, they got the drip.
But like, it couldn't fucking stop. None of the attacks worked. The only thing that killed is explosives. They're not the same gators.
Well, it's a real shame that I wasn't there at the time.
Well, it liked me, so I ordered it to go defend me from the guards, or more like defend this idiot Bill from the guards.
Hey,
What?
hey.
You made me lose a fucking meth gator puppy. I fucking miss him.
It wasn't my fault.
It is exactly your fault. If your dumbass didn't get your fucking ass caught in its fucking jaws, I would have had a puppy. But no. Whatever. But yeah, continue on.
So, from what I gather about the two of you, you've known each other for a little bit. Not the
Right.
longest period of time, but you are
Cool.
acquaintances.
Pretty much. I wouldn't say friends, but we're acquaintances.
Acquaintances is probably the best way to put it then.
Like fuck buddies.
We're not
So,
fuck buddies. You've not seen my cock. 'Cause I don't have
Okay.
one, because I'm not a fucking guy.
Excuse
aware.
me, excuse me, Bill. If
Yes.
you wouldn't mind me speaking this, please shut the fuck up, or I'm going to take your legs and put them on backwards with your arms in place of them.
Bill, shut
You
up.
know who I am.
Bill,
You know
shut
I'm
up.
pretty sure everyone
brand
knows
new
who you
top-
are, Bill.
Bill, shut up.
If I remember,
Bill,
you
shut up.
are Bill of the Bill bloodline, which has several different members, some of which can change between genders. Not to mention that I believe you specifically are the one that actually has the privilege of making a constellation in the town
Correct.
of Riverton.
Correct. And not only did I make a constellation, I Kamehameha man through a fucking demiplane. I tore through a demiplane.
And yet the person you were
Like-
aiming at lived.
Please, guys, I'm not trying to talk to you guys. Please,
It was a
back to
powerful
me and back to good friend. Bill, shut up. I'll fucking find you later. Shut up.
You have 5
Good
minutes
friend.
left.
Continue talk. Thank you, guard. Continue talking.
So, judging from what it sounds like, you've only
Acquaintances, yes.
seen about 1 or 2 people not essentially survive in this man's presence.
One more time.
Not very many people survive in this man's
In
presence.
Bill's
from what-
presence, they usually want to kill themselves from stupidity, but yeah.
In that case, it's a real shame that it's not me you're traveling with. Because
Why's that?
there perhaps may have been more people that simply ceased to exist if I were there.
Oh, I
Hmm.
like it.
And why are you in here again?
Let's just say that I simply wanted to be free and allow those who wish to be as the same as I the privilege to be as free as I.
Let me guess, you free their souls by killing them so they can ascend.
Oh no, it doesn't have to do with their souls. It has to do mainly with liquids wish to be flowing outside of the container.
So you free their blood from their veins so it can flow freely.
In crude terms, that is how you would put it, yes.
Yeah, fair enough. I've heard weirder. Kinks are for everyone. I've heard weirder.
It's not just flowing though. Sometimes it needs to be more free than just liquid.
This sounds like a sex move, dude. I'm sorry. This sounds like a really weird kink.
Are these handcuffs the type of handcuffs that would prevent me from casting Sword of Magic?
You want to try?
I will attempt to firebolt, but like hold the firebolt in my hand, not throwing it yet.
So as you do the gestures to cast Firebolt, let's see here.
As he's doing that, I kind of put my hand over the dagger on my hip because I don't like the movement his hands are doing.
As you cast Firebolt, or try to anyways, it's an instantaneous spell,
It is instant, yes.
so it disappears as soon as it would have appeared. But as you try to
Fun.
cast it, you feel the mana drain from your body, and you suffer. I count it as a first level spell because these don't do anything for 0 level spells, but they still need to. So you take 5 points of force damage.
Hey, whoa! I don't need my juices flowing freely.
Actually, no, it would be lightning damage as you hold your hands up, and Dedenberg and the entire cell lights up with this purple lightning that seems to cling across this entire Goliath's body as he shakes for a second, and then the entire cell once again goes dark. And Bill, there is this heavy smoke coming off of his body. It smells bad.
No magic. You didn't think they thought they didn't think of that? I was told that. No magic. No fucking magic.
Bill, I will mention, as you saw this to your left happening, the manicules are steel, well, platinum looked based, and they seem to have these...
Manicules?
Manicules.
Manicle.
Manacles. I'm fucking retarded, okay? But they seem to have these heavy chains connected to the end of them, and each one of these chains had one of those elemental gems embedded into it that you've heard so much about recently, Bill. And you get the feeling this is probably a recent addition.
Intriguing.
So, okay. Yeah, don't do that again.
Quickly looks
And,
over.
Did I really offend you that bad to have you try and magic bolt me to death?
Believe
Or where I'm
me,
supposed to be?
with my current situation, doing that would bring me no joy. I was simply trying to demonstrate something. I wasn't really going to throw it.
If you're the
at you.
magic bolt, anyway, magic bolt Bill, please. No offense, Bill. Actually, some offense. Actually, full offense. No, some offense.
Honestly,
Fuck you, Bill.
it may be worth it
fuck
at
you,
some
Bill.
point in the future to see who would actually win in a contest. My
Me
strength
or
versus
you?
magic.
Wait, me versus you? I'm more
No,
stealth,
no,
my
no.
guy.
I'm not talking about
You
you.
have
You
1
are
minute
very
left.
good stealth person.
Thank you, Mr. Guard.
I'm talking about this Bill here. Tell me, are you, let's say, martially or magically inclined?
A little bit of both, really.
Ah, that makes us
mean,
rather similar then.
I mean, after all, I did make a constellation in the sky. But
That is
before I
true.
was able to do that, I was martial.
In that case, should we get out of here alive, or at least you, probably, it would be nice to see which one of us would win. But
Maybe.
that's not going to happen. After all, I think I heard them say that I'm going to die here.
I wanna... So I'm still using Bill's voice, yeah?
Yeah.
Behave yourself.
Oh,
At this point, the guard walks up. It's about time to leave. Say your last words before we get going.
I want to use Bill's voice, and we'll keep using it, and just say, and make sure I'm kind of facing away, or like bend down to pick something up. I told it didn't drop, and just say, yeah. So that's my escape plan.
All right, make me a deception check.
Deception.
You fuck.
I am using the 5e app for it. That's just how I do it.
Just roll in chat.
That is a better idea, actually, because 5e won't let me fucking roll because being fucking stupid.
5e will let you roll, but it sucks.
No, I clicked it, it won't do anything. Can I have advantage since I'm facing down? And
I'll say yeah, have advantage because you're using his voice specifically. Fuck you, Bill.
Wait. Okay, yeah.
So, as you say this, one of the guards looks over towards Bill's cell, and he seems to hold his hand up to his helmet, and you see a magic circle appear on his plate mail helmet. It's purple in color, and he takes his hand off after a second. We might want to get away from these cells.
I want to use one of the guards' voices from before, and just say, "Oh yeah, no, totally sure."
All right, let's get going then. As you two push forward, you hear. Let me roll.
I always like causing havoc for Bill.
So, out of 3d8s, only 8 guards, fully armed in magical warfare attire, full plate mail, weapons at the ready, come barging into the room, opening the cell. Bill, as you're sitting there, they come in, they pull out these large cattle prods, 7 of them, and they run up and just shock you with them. One of the other guards who's holding onto one of his platinum hunting rifles looks down at you. What's your plan? How are you going to? And for the next 30 minutes they start to torture you in the cell, as well as the Goliath.
Ow.
Oh, not the Goliath. The Goliath is a good dude.
Anyways,
Sorry.
so
I mean, I am in the same cell as him, and perhaps he would have told me something, so I may know something, so it's understandable that they would torture me.
as you two are being tortured for the next 30 minutes in game, the other two walking around the prison for 30 minutes, you're eventually led to a jail cell where your prisoners are put in, and you continue to go down to a large office where you see this human man is currently writing letters. He seems to be in his 40s, sun-kissed skin, slicked back hair, not slicked back hair, but just nice hair that's been combed backwards, a nice mustache that comes to a twirl and feeds down into a goatee as well. He seems to have a single brass ring around it. He's wearing this beautiful Nordic-styled breastplate. It's more formal than anything else. And as he's there writing notes in his small little office, you walk in and he goes, "Oh, hello there. I heard you two were the bounty hunters that brought us our two, should I say, bounties. We'll just call them bounties. Is this correct?"
Good question.
What?
You
Yeah.
said this man. You said this man has sun-kissed skin, right?
Yes.
Is it hot enough to melt my popsicle?
Yeah, so
Allegedly.
You torture for an extra minute.
Yeah. Anyways, so as you walk in, this man goes, "You have brought us our bounties, have you not?"
Yeah, we have.
Oh, well,
Yeah, allegedly.
it is great to meet you two finally in person. I've heard many things about you from Lieutenant Talia. My name, if you have not been warned, I am the let's just call me the co-warden of this prison, since I do most of the paperwork for the big guy, who seems to be out at the moment. My name is my actual title, of course, is Captain. So you can call me Captain. Give me a second to come up with my name really quickly here.
Gibraltar.
Trunkle.
Captain Skrunkle.
Fuck
Yeah.
you.
It is a family
yo,
name.
wait, Skrunkle? Wait, did you just say Skrunkle?
Yes, Captain Skrunkle.
Oh, well, this little guy here.
I'm fucking with you. It's Captain Bjorn.
Fuck!
My name is Captain Bjorn. I am co-warden. Well, I run the place when the warden is out or busy. So,
Ooh.
you
You are always the most vital. Good
Yes.
job.
It is It is a great thing to meet you guys finally in person. I've heard so much about you. Your names
Honor.
were... it escapes my tongue right now. What are your names
Dedenburden.
again? Dedenburden. Nice to meet you. He shakes your hand. And you?
Nice to meet you.
Morgan.
Morgan, it is grand to meet you too, my friend. And he shakes your hand as well. Well then, sit down. We are at my desk right now. Let us talk about your payment. Impossible
How much
jobs
was it
for
again?
the future.
Alright.
And as he sits down, he sees the rust monster. He goes, "An interesting companion you have with you."
Well, it's a long story, but hey, question: do I still have my metal legs?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, these I click against I do a little knock against the legs. He's well, he's the reason. Well, he's the reason I was able to even get those because well, we were doing some adventuring and we fell down an ungodly deep pit we're heading to the bottom of, and a centaur landed on. Actually, no, it was a warforged landed on my legs, pinned me, and basically I had to. Well, I lost both legs. Long story short.
Adventure. Yes, I remember when I used to do some adventuring in my prime too. I used to run with some men up in Dust Valley. It was a fun time until, I lost this, and he pulls out a glass eyeball. And as you look at it, it seems to have this arcane magic that forms an actual eyeball that looks around. He goes, and he puts it back in. He goes, "Yes, it is fancy, but it costs quite a bit." Anyways.
He pulled me out of the cave. He's a good boy.
Yes. Anyways, I believe your payment was it? And he starts to pull out some documents. There was a payment for one of them for $350, but then you decided to ask for an upgrade, and because of the quickness and being alive, he's going to come out to 500 gold for each of you. Correct?
Yeah, it seems about right. Yeah.
All right then. Let me go ahead and get your items for you. Is there anything else you would like besides the 500 gold, such as a let's just say a favor or anything like that we could give you instead?
Yeah. I want. Well, if it's possible, I want the background. Actually, no. Okay, I'm gonna be fully honest. A buddy of mine's in this prison. Well, he's not a buddy. He's an acquaintance.
Oh, that's not good.
Yeah, I know. He's an idiot. I want you guys to hear him out. Okay, hear me out now. I'm not questioning the justice system. I know you guys have ways, and I know there's rules, and I totally respect that. But he was, from far I can tell, was actually telling the truth of what he did. He's an idiot, and from what he told me, basically, he wanted to pay a dude to try and hold a cursed axe that he thought was cursed. It was cursed in hindsight.
That sounds like a stupid person.
He is stupid. His IQ is lower than a freaking rock's, and that's saying a lot.
What is an IQ?
That's mean to the rock. Intelligence quota, general smartness.
I see.
He's as dumb as a box of rocks, and that'd be mean to the rocks. But he actually he meant what he said. He's done stuff like that before. He actually did that. As far as I can tell, he paid some guy and he's either dead or somewhere else.
Well, still, that from what you are telling me, that means he killed or can't prove that he did not kill somebody else.
That is fair enough, but give him a trial, I guess. We
did give him a trial. If you're talking about Bill the Blaze, who we have here, he had a trial back in Riverton.
Oh, did he?
He did, yes, and he was given an attorney who fought tooth and nail and lost.
Well,
specifically because Bill talked most of the time and did not let his attorney speak for him.
God, that sounds like Bill. But yeah, alright. Other than that, I guess just maybe any nice daggers you guys want to get rid of? I don't know.
No. Those daggers are mine on the wall. Do not take them.
Fair enough. Alright.
Anyways,
not much.
If you don't mind signing this contract as completion for the both of you, we can get you your coin.
I want to read the contract just to make sure. Last time I signed a contract, I got fucked over.
It's fine. Looking over it, there's no extra shit to it.
Alright, sick. Alright, yeah, go ahead and sign it.
Wahoo?
I sign it, free Morgan.
Alright, so as you're both signing it, as Free Morgan, you're about to put your pen down, suddenly, an explosion as the entire prison rocks. I need both of you to make dexterity saves.
Dexterity's my fucking thing.
As the floor literally
Not mine.
leaves from beneath your feet where you're sitting.
7.
Dexterity's my fucking thing. I can't roll lower than... Oh, 1. 18. Let's go.
So,
I can't roll lower than a 2.
I can't... Well, I can roll on that one.
So, as the floor leaves both of your feet, Dedenburden, you manage to jump up, grab one of the small hanging you grab the small hanging chandelier off on the ceiling and hold on to it. Meanwhile, Morgan, while you did leave the floor, you're a heavy set man. Your head hits and impacts.
Wait, what Morgan roll?
You rolled like a 7, right?
Yeah.
Your head hits, impacts, and 2 of your front teeth go flying out because it hit the desk. You suffer 4 points of bludgeoning damage.
Alright.
As your mouth is now bleeding heavily, and you notice the entire island, from what you could tell, literally tilted to one side before it started to flatten back out.
What the fuck was that?
Meanwhile, you two in the cell hear... You two in the cell see the fucking 8 guards hit the roof, fall back down.
Is the door open?
Give me a second. Oh my god. Okay? No, don't tell me. Don't tell me. Oh my god.
Doors open
7 of the guards hit the roof, fall back down, and you just see them don't get back up as they're unconscious at the moment. The one guard who was questioning you gets back up, his armor very dented and broken in places. He's like, what the fuck? What's going on? He turns around, and as he does, you see, running through the hallway, a few individuals, guards that are running the opposite way towards the entrance, and you just hear gunfire as you see 2 of them in front just get holes flinging through their bodies. They fall down in front of the floor. He's like, fuck! He points towards you two. Don't move! As he pulls out his large greatsword and goes to run for the door. As he does, you just see this large beast come barreling through and eat him and continue moving.
I would like to shift 4 inches to the left because I spite the fact that he said don't move.
Alright. So,
Spite.
as you two are basically chained to the wall there, what are you doing as these individuals in plate armor that seem to be attacking the facility get to the door and look in as it's open? As they start to point their rifles in towards the door, slow motion style, what are you guys doing?
Howdy.
Okay.
Well, shit.
Make use of the chaos, rip my chains off the walls.
Make a strength check. As they're starting to point their guns towards your direction.
Please fail.
Is this just flat strength or is it athletics?
Flat strength.
Please fail. Please fail. Please fail. Please fail. I'm gonna...
22.
22. You rip yourself off the wall and dodge to the left as Bill says, well, howdy, and it gets shot multiple times. Bill, what's your dexterity? God damn it. God damn it.
I hear the sound of nat ones.
Mm-hmm.
My
God
dexterity.
damn it. God damn it. God damn it.
Dexterity is a 20.
So, what is your AC in total? Right
His
now?
AC without
19.
armor is 8. His AC without external thing with armor or
Is
whatnot
19.
is 15.
No, it would be 19 because he's a
Unarmored
barbarian.
defense.
Oh yeah, 19 barbarian.
So,
Soup, stop trying to fuck me over.
one of them barely hits, one of them hits you with a natural 19, which is a critical for him. Meanwhile, the other two that go get ready to fire, suddenly their rifles, as they point at you, explode in their hands.
Hey, question.
Yeah?
Real quick.
Sure.
How much damage did Bill take from the fucking 30 minutes of torture and being fucking cattle prodded?
None.
Damn.
I'm not trying to kill him.
Yeah, but cattle prods did kind of hurt.
Okay.
Lightning damage.
So, the first one, this Hydra Alliance member, aims his gun, and you guys can tell these are Hydra Alliance just by how they're dressed now. Aims his gun explodes, and you just see him fall back as the shrapnel went flying straight through his eyes, through his brain, as he took maximum damage, which was 17.
Ooh.
Oh.
Yes.
The second one takes 7, his hands are blown off, he starts to run, he hits one of the walls, and he hits the gate to your cell, which was closed
Blown up
once again.
hands look.
It was
Blown up hands
yeah.
look like fucking spaghetti.
So the
It's so
the gate
fucking
to your
gross.
cell was almost knocked open. The guard walked out of it, closed it, got eaten. They shot through the bars. This guy hits it, goes flying into your cell, lands on the ground as the Goliath jumps up, breaking the chains, and lands on his head, breaking his head apart. The other two that hit you, you suffer 9. Oh, and let's see here, that would be 14. So you'd suffer 23 points of piercing damage, Bill.
I'll live.
2 bullets hit you, one right beneath the neck and one right to the right of your eye, cutting off part of your ear, scraping you.
Damn, tried to Van Gogh me.
As you're on the wall, you're like, oh, take these 2 hits. One of them, the one that was going by your ear, I'm gonna roll really quick. It does break your chain. The right chain shatters.
August.
And you still have the...
Oh, they made that. Sorry.
I'm gonna kill you.
I'm sorry.
Alright, I'm gonna kill you then.
I'm sorry. I
okay,
really didn't mean to.
As these Hydra Alliance members look in, pointing their rifles, I'm gonna roll really quick. No, okay. So, roll initiative, Bill. Goliath. Roll your initiatives, please.
All right. Because of the way I built this character, I actually had a negative bonus to initiative.
Goliath, you are literally
Jesus.
standing on the man's head you jumped and crushed on accident.
Man, you suck.
I got a
22.
nat 20.
Fuck. Yeah.
Fuck.
Fuck you.
Wait, so who goes first? Because he got a nat 20, but I got 22.
The people go first because they got a natural 22.
Oh,
Can I roll for initiative now instead of doing it later?
Well, you're not in a initiative just yet.
Fair enough.
It's gonna go 5-1 next. Well, actually no, it'll be Black Lung
Just like, excuse me.
and then 5-1.
That's unnecessary. I'm a part of the Hydra Alliance.
Anyways, as they shoot you, they start to reload as their bonus actions, and then they're going to fire again upon you two because you just killed one of their members by stepping on his head.
Hey,
Uh,
he killed.
They're
That
gonna
was
aim.
an action.
They're gonna aim for the Goliath, who's now out of his chains, noticing that he's closer to them. That's a natural 20. What the fuck?
Yeah, chances are they're going to hit because my AC is 8 right now.
And that's a misfire. So, oh, Bill, you should have been struck with a critical last time. So I'm just gonna say add 9 more damage to what you took. So actually, I'll just say because I fucked it up, don't do that. Anyways, so the one who fires at you and actually manages to get his fire off towards you, Soup, deals minimum damage. Ooh, so that's 12. As
Okay.
a shot hits directly into your right gut and just sends a bunch of your innards flying out a bit. As the other one goes to shoot and his hands explode as well. He suffers.
Yes.
You've got to be kidding me. His hands explode. He falls to the ground one more time, and once again, another explosion goes off.
Man, these guys fucking sucks.
But give me a second. His gun explodes. He falls to the ground, holding his hands, which are now fountains of blood. So this time it's at 25. We're now at 22. Black Lung. One of your hands is free from the wall. The other one isn't. You still have the platinum wristband around your hand that seems to have the runes on it.
Nice. I'm going to first off. First thing I'm gonna do is I'm going to second wind because. Owie.
Oh, mommy.
Oh, Poppy.
So as you take in this deep breath of this wonderful fresh air coming in, the smell of battle hits your nose. You feel revigorated. Your adrenaline starts to pump through your body faster and faster as you heal 4.
Hey. I have 20 health now.
Take
As
a look,
I-
man.
I'm going to just brute strength. Should I try acrobatics or athletics?
What are you trying to do?
Fuck it, I'm just gonna try to rip the other chain off the wall. Hopefully, getting like the whole chain.
All right, now that it's not basically what happened there, why you only made a strength check, Goliath, is because the entire thing tilted and then tilted back, so it threw you from the wall. You pulled your chains off at the same time. That was less of you doing something rather than reacting and helping go through with it.
Yep.
But this time, because you have sturdy ground, go ahead and make me an athletics check. Big shot.
Swiggy swig.
So basically, I was using the momentum of the entire island
I-
moving to help me break the chain.
Yes.
I feel
That
like I
makes
should.
sense.
Real quick, can you start playing "Never Break the Chain"?
Don't you dare! That song makes you fucking
Buddy.
cry. Don't you
No,
fucking
because
dare.
I'm trying to record this for YouTube. Anyways,
N-
what'd you say?
well, nat
Nat
20.
20? And what's the rule for that?
27.
Okay, so with these, you just one hand, you rip off the back wall. Well, it stays on the back wall, and you literally rip the manicule that's. Oh, fuck you guys. The band that's on your left hand that was holding you to the wall, you rip that in half. Your left hand is completely free of them. Your right hand still has the band on it.
Cringe. I wanted to get like the whole chain so that I could have a whip.
Well,
Actually, what's stopping me from just grabbing the chain and just yanking a piece of the wall off?
well, you have a little bit of. Well, you could do that if you had strong enough strength, but at the moment you have your left hand completely free. Your right hand still has the wrist iron kind of area to it.
Ah, it's a fancy little bracer.
Mm-hmm. Stand up. Getting ready. What are you doing? You still have your bonus action and movement.
That is true. I'm going to. Huh. So, funnily enough, as a barbarian fighter, there's not much I can do for a bonus action, so I'm simply going to rage.
All right, you rage. As you do, you hear, "Good. Kill them." And suddenly,
Yes, Daddy.
specifically you, Soup, see out of his wounds, festering this bubble, this boil, sends blood flying out, but then out of it you see fire billow out and surround his body in this flaming aura. As you see his eyes start to burn as well, his skin starts to get a darker color from the burns. You see his wounds cauterizing, so he's no longer bleeding. And he moves forward towards the enemies, getting ready to do whatever he's doing, maybe 5 feet. At this point, it is now initiative technically 20.
Just gonna pen and stare.
I need everyone to make a dex save as another explosion goes off.
Alright.
Well, I have a -2 to
I'll
those.
say thematically, Dead and Burden and Wahoo, you don't need to.
Sick.
Alright.
What am I gonna roll?
17.
I rolled a 6.
Oof.
They both rolled the same thing. So,
Two nat ones.
you, because it tilts the other way this time, and you grab the chain on the wall before falling, Bill, as you hold on to it, as you see literally your legs are dangling parallel to the floor, as it's nearly completely 90 degrees to the island at this point, while the two other individuals that were shooting you from outside the cell, the one that's on the wall holding his hands, which are now fountaining blood, is now pushed against the wall. The other one falls against it, and the Goliath goes falling straight through the bars onto the one who had his hands missing now.
Man, those fucking Venoms are fucking shit luck.
And you both suffer. Oh no. 17 points of bludgeoning damage.
Wait,
As
I
You
the-
just wanna fucking
No,
kill
Bill, you
them,
took none.
don't
You took none. As the Goliath falls and crushes the one who's missing his hands into just paste on the wall.
Why do you keep crushing people?
And you are just
He's gonna
dangling
have
there,
to
Bill,
get
watching.
a fucking title.
Bill, you're just standing there watching this holding onto a chain, watching this all happen below you as...
I just imagine I'm so fucking stanced up that like the whole room's sideways, but I'm still just standing where I was.
No, the whole room is sideways, but
Firing
you're
down.
dangling basically like the island is flat. Now just imagine if you're holding onto a chain that's affixed to a wall, but the island is now 90 degrees upwards. So you're just dangling, looking downwards at this wall beneath you.
That's not
Meanwhile,
beautiful.
Goliath, after taking 17 points of damage, what are you doing as you're now outside the cell and the other one's against the wall prone and so are you?
I stand up.
Okay?
How far away is he?
He's within 5 feet. He's prone on the ground holding his gun. He was about to fire again.
Is it possible to just take the gun and bludgeon him to death with it?
There's another one right beneath you that you literally crushed in half with your body weight.
All right. Would that count as an improvised weapon, or can I say
I'd
that
count
it's
it as a
unarmed strike?
I'd count it as a club.
All right, because my fists probably do more damage. I'm just gonna beat him to death.
All right, I'll say you can make it an unarmed strike if you want.
I mean,
just gonna
I have the unarmed fighting style, so
Yeah. So I'll say we'll just count it as an unarmed strike for now. As you grab it, just beat him over the head with it.
all right.
Pistol whip.
So 1d20 plus 7 at advantage due to him being prone. That is the wrong chat. I put it in the wrong goddamn chat in the wrong server. And it was a good roll too.
Why are you in a different server?
Were you in a
Get rid
different
of
server?
notifications.
Fair enough.
That's even better. I got a
Fuck
nat
you.
20 somehow.
All right. That's gonna be 1 plus your strength plus doubled. So what's that?
Unarmed fighting. Which is,
Gravity.
since I'm not
harness.
wielding weapons, it is a d8 plus my strength, which is a plus 5. So roll 1d8 plus 5 plus an extra 1. You said.
Why?
You said that there was a plus 1 in there somewhere.
No. I
All
said
right, I'll
1
take it.
because 1 is what your usual unarmed strike is.
So I think that's everything, because they're not adding anything special.
1d8 plus 5.
But yeah, 1d8 plus 5.
So-
9.
18 points of damage. Big shot, as you're hanging there, within 6 seconds, this Goliath just bludgeons this man with half a gun. Just his face, you hear a crack, and then a crack, and then a smush, 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 smush. And you just hear him
Don't
hitting.
worry now,
And
you're
then-
free.
And then you just hear him hitting against the stone beneath. Breaking some of the stone wall. At this point, the end of your turn, the island goes back to its normal position once again. You get flung with all this blood hitting you as you land on the floor again. Big Shot, you slam hard against the back wall that you were hanging onto, Big Shot. Like a pendulum. You don't suffer damage, though.
Good to know.
As you
Is
both...
there any still alive people?
Not outside the cell at the moment.
I'm so load.
Man, fucking kill feed's crazy right now.
Man got a UAV.
Motherfucking tactical nuke.
So, as the island flips back over, you two stand up and just stare at each other. Go ahead and roleplay.
Wow, but
you-
you look at that.
You hear
The
sounds
door
of
is
combat
open.
and explosions in the distance within the prison.
Can I use my second wind?
Yes.
All right.
Well, I mean, the door is open. And, you know, the guy who said don't leave is, probably dead.
Just let
Oh,
you
hey.
know, all those
Probably
guards'
dead.
bodies that were on the ground also fucking crushed the other two, so that should have been much easier. But,
Yeah,
mind you,
probably
Would you
dead.
Look at that. The door's open. And it looks like the person who asked us to stay is now very much not alive. Perhaps we could take the initiative and take a wander around this place. I've yet to see the wonderful kitchen.
Yeah. We could stop, go get our items, and then, you know, hey, we might even save a couple of the guards, kill some more of those Hydra Alliance scum.
Yes, of course. Of course we could save them. They deserve to be free. Would you like to be free?
Exactly.
Would you like to be free, sir?
I like being in chains. I'm kinky.
Very well then, suit yourself. I
As-
guess for the time being, I'll just take up some. I'm gonna pick up the guns that are probably not destroyed, as I'm just.
One of the guns is very heavily bent and nearly destroyed. One of them, you literally
Just
broke in half when
unbend
you
it.
landed on it. The other
I'm
two
just
are
picking up the
exploded.
pieces.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna pick up the pieces of ones that didn't explode, because I'm just gonna collect them for the time being.
Okay. You collect them.
I'm going to gonna pick one up and be using it as a club.
Okay. You pick up the one that's not destroyed and use it as a club. Sure thing. There are great swords and long swords on the ground from the guards, but sure.
Oh, in that case, give me a great sword. Goddamn.
Okay.
I'll pick up my own great sword then as well, along with the
Well,
pieces.
there's one great sword. The main guard who got
Yeah.
eaten literally dropped it.
All right, then is there another weapon?
There's long swords, yes.
You have hands.
I mean, yes, I have hands, but I
Said
guess I'll pick up a
said yourself.
long sword. I'll pick up whatever long swords are not. I'll pick up whatever long swords are usable.
So which way do you guys run, left or right?
I'm going to skip to the left.
All right.
You did mention that right was the exit, so I'm gonna go
No,
left.
left was the exit.
Okay, well then I'm gonna go right.
Okay, so you guys go different ways.
No, I'll follow Big Shot. I'm gonna
Okay.
skip to the right. Sorry,
all right.
I thought right was the exit.
As you go to the right, we turn back time a little bit to the office as both of you are recoiling from one of you landing on the ground, one of you landing on the fucking desk with your teeth.
Are you okay there, bud?
Nah. Definitely had worse.
Yeah. I'm just fucking
Ugh.
peachy. You need a doctor, Chief.
Bjorn stands up with his small little Nordic armor now jostled up,
Oh
and
God,
he goes,
Bjorn, are you okay?
"What is going on here?" And he grabs a crystal off his desk. Lieutenant, Lieutenant, what is going on? And you just hear,
Bjorn,
Bjorn, hello?
be careful, please.
And you just hear, "Captain, there is," an explosion, and you just hear gushing blood. And he's like, "Oh no.
Capital, the worst has happened.
Oh no," and he throws the gem down and just runs outside. You see, as he's about to run out, he goes, No, I got this from killing one of them. And he goes and he grabs this flintlock off the wall, he puts it in
I grabbed the
behind,
gem.
and he grabs a rapier and puts it down. He goes, "You two, do whatever you're going to do." And he just runs out as you grab the gem.
I pocket the gem.
Okay, it's a sending stone.
Yeah.
It's a what?
A sending stone. It has a
Think he's
partnered
got any
stone that it could talk to once a day.
Cool.
You think he's got more money in his desk?
I mean...
At this point, you guys start to hear. You guys feel it lurch once again with another explosion. Roll me deck saves, actually, here.
Alright.
There is
Nine.
a large window in his office. This is why you're making the deck save.
I rolled a 9.
How tall are we? Like, how many floors up are we?
Hey, fun facts. During cremation, there's a point in time where your body is perfectly cooked.
Yes.
You're about 50 feet off the main ground of the island. Okay, so what'd you roll, Dead and Burden?
11.
Okay, so both of you, as you go towards his desk for a second, the island flips the opposite way this time, and you go flying as you both shatter out the window and start to
That was
fall.
good. No.
Both of you, from just shattering the window, suffer 6 points of slashing damage as glass embeds itself into you. And actually, I need to roll for Skunkloid. Skunkloid fails as well, so he does take the 4.
I forgot how much health Trunkloid has, because didn't he level up?
He
said
did,
level up.
yeah, he should level up, but you gotta figure that out yourself, my man. I think Soup can help you with that later, but we'll just say Skunkloid, if he takes about 50 damage, we'll kill him off. For now. That's
Okay.
his threshold. So, as you guys go flying out, you guys
Me
see
too.
the castle is directly above you where the sun should be, and you're like, that doesn't seem good. And as you both turn your bodies around, you just see beneath you the sandstorm swirling, and the ground of the island is facing straight up, like basically a clock, going straight up. And you're like,
That's not good.
as you guys both start to fall, what are you doing? Within 6
Okay.
seconds, you're gonna be off the island. What are you doing?
Wait, I'm confused on what you mean. So, like...
Okay, let me go
Three.
ahead and just
Shut up.
let me just go ahead and do this for you.
I think what he means is that the island is turned 90 degrees
Yes, so
so where's the floor?
sideways.
No, what would he fall onto?
so
You'd fall into the ocean.
let me just go ahead and do this for you really quickly. If you guys want to watch my screen when I show you it,
MS Paint.
go live.
Bro needs to upgrade to Ibis.
So, are you guys watching?
If I can get into a stream now.
Are you guys watching? Hello? Testing?
Yeah.
Testing.
Loading.
You guys-
Still loading. It's still loading.
Still loading.
Still loading.
Oh, there we are. I fucking
we
knew it was pain.
Yeah.
It's always
so,
pain.
You see how this is like the floating island, right? Right here.
Yeah.
This is how it's supposed to be, and like there's the chains go blah 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 off the sides, blah 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 blah.
High
Yeah.
quality.
This is how it's supposed to be right here.
But
This,
now it's...
this is how it is.
Oh.
And you guys are
Okay.
falling like this at the moment.
And then below's the ocean, question mark?
No, below is maybe about 1,000 feet until you hit sand and rock.
What about stone?
Oh, sorry, not even 1,000 feet. I forgot there's a large crater underneath. So it's about a 5,000 foot fall before, like, it goes like
Rock and
this.
stone.
So yeah, the ground's all the way down here. You guys are all the way right up here. And you guys are going to go falling wee all the way down. You got 6 seconds to not do that, though.
Hey, wait a minute.
Yeah?
Wait a minute.
Yeah?
I want to use my feet. Go back on that roll.
What do you mean? Lucky?
The roll we did for dexterity save. I want to use lucky.
Well,
to
we
redo that roll.
already did that. We can't redo that once it already happens. You gotta say it like, because at the moment you already used your turn. So.
Oh, so that's how that works. Okay,
Yeah.
so
Yes.
it's so we just roll the same time and I don't have time to react.
Well, no. You basically what happened is I'm already going on to the next thing, and I'm not gonna let you redo something that happened
Okay,
before.
that makes
Yeah.
sense now. So I thought it was kind of like
It's not like you reset time. No, it's like if someone hits it, like makes an attack roll at you and hits you, or you fail a saving throw and you know you're gonna fail, you could be like, I'm gonna use lucky to re-roll it.
So that makes more sense.
Yeah.
Also, I have no fucking magic for some reason.
So
Like
you guys
can't do
see this
spells.
large wall of just like desert sand and stone that's passing by you as you're falling, and you don't see
I
anything
wanna try-
beneath you.
I want to try and grab onto it if I'm in reach. Use like
Alright.
a rapier, fucking something to fucking get a good grip into it.
So are
or
you trying
fucking
to
nice metal legs.
Are you trying to grab onto the palace wall, or are you trying to grab onto where the floor usually would be for the floating island?
The palace wall, whatever's closer, really.
So the palace wall would be like 20 feet away. You are falling next to them. I'd say the palace wall would be closer, so you're gonna fly over towards it. Just make me a dexterity check. I'll say this will be acrobatics to move yourself, and then using your legs try and grab on.
Can it just be dexterity, please?
No,
Make it easier.
no, acrobatics.
Damn it.
Acrobatics.
Damn it! Okay, so so plus
Yeah.
plus 4 for acrobatics. Please don't roll shit. I want to use lucky, so I don't
Sure.
roll as fucking bad.
Sure. So just so anybody who's watching, he rolled a 14.
You could travel the way.
Well, I rolled worse, so.
So 14
I'll
isn't
try
bad
12.
for this because it's a quick thing. You manage to grab with your legs and grab with your arm. Now make me an athletics check here.
This
Hold
one's
on.
the one we
Because
fucked
this
with,
is
so
this is a lot of force going down at the moment.
I'm fucked.
You could re-roll
I'm
again.
fucked.
You have 3 uses of lucky a day.
Yeah, I'm gonna go and reroll that.
Sure, everyone, he just rolled a 7 and then a natural 19, so 22. So as you go, you start to feel your legs like pulling out from where they're supposed to be aligned because they're prosthetic legs, and you just pull yourself further on as you feel you actually feel the island starting to pull up a little bit as the force pushes you back into your legs and you catch on, staying there. Meanwhile, Wahoo, as you're starting to fall, you see him.
What are the big man doing?
You see him fly over, catch onto the island. What are you doing as you're about to just fall?
He is going to try
Don't grab
and
me.
dig a hand axe into not into the palace wall, but into
the actual like floor of the floating island,
yeah.
like where you would usually walk on top of. Okay, go ahead and just make
Yeah.
me an athletics check to hold on. Actually, make me an attack roll first with the hand axe, really quick, just to see if you could stick it in there first.
Natural 1.
So as you go to hit it, you may not have kept a good watch on your item, and as you go to hit it, as you hit the wall with it, it just disintegrates, and you're like, "Fucking stunk, Lloyd."
Well, it's a good thing I have. It's a good thing I have 2 of them.
Stunk Lloyd got into your hand axe, so
He was hungry. I'm sorry.
go ahead and make
I have-
another one.
I didn't think you noticed.
Make another one.
8.
8.
8, yeah.
It's the ground, but it's still hard stone. So as you hit it again, it it pings off this time, not breaking, but you're at the last second. What are you doing? You can make another attack if you want.
Land on your legs and you should be fine.
I don't really have anything else I can do, so.
Break your legs.
You can make one more attack.
Well, I
Just
can make
try and
another
grab
attack
on.
and another natural one.
Just try and grab on.
So, as you hit it for a third time, the axe disintegrates, and the island starts to list back up. As you're falling off the edge of it, go ahead and make me one last, either athletics or acrobatics to grab onto the very lip of where the island is falling. It's almost like
If
this...
you fall,
Yeah.
land on your legs.
It's almost like this, you know how sky islands are? They get closer to a tip at the bottom, right?
Yeah.
You're like falling off the base floor of it right now, trying to grab the very edge of it not to fall.
14.
14? You grab onto it and the tiles start to shake a bit, and shake a bit, and then you see him, Stunk Lloyd, wraps his tail around your arm as you begin to fall and grabs onto you, and you stop falling. And Stunk Lloyd's going to
That's
make
my
an
good
athletics
boy.
check to try and pull you up. Oh my god. What is with his rolls?
You're amazing, aren't
He
you?
rolled nothing below a 10 at the moment, like besides for that dexterity saving throw, but still. So he manages to pull you back up onto the island as you roll, and you see different parts of the palace prison. Explosions going off inside of it. You hear sounds of people getting flung out of walls of the palace. You see different animals fighting and 2 war elephants. Well, actually, no, you don't see the war elephants because they're on the ground, technically. You see different creatures. You see the guards of the palace fighting and slaughtering normal people, but then getting impaled by these large fucking Komodo dragons' teeth, and then just seemingly their body just gets drained of all liquid before they're eaten and crunched.
Fun
Okay.
fact, anyone listening, Komodo dragons are not poisonous or venomous. Their bite is actually just extremely toxic.
Well, these are a different animal. They just look like larger Komodo dragons, but they drain
Okay.
the liquid out of you, yeah.
Okay, so, first of all, fuck, that was close. Second of all, we need to get steady. Either we try and get off, or we fucking hunker down until this is all over. Which one do you want to do?
I say we get the fuck off.
But if it happens again, and we're trying to fucking get down on the fucking chains or somehow, we're gonna fucking fly off the goddamn chains.
At
And
this
we'll
moment, you
nothing.
guys notice 2 of the chains are broken. Large chains are falling back down to the ground through the storm.
Well, I think
So
we
how
gotta fall
do
off
you
on
fall?
chains.
Is it?
What?
Was it
How much of a
How-
fall is it to the ground, like the base ground, or into the pit?
the ground?
To the ground, about 1,000 feet.
I can't survive that fall. How much would it be holding onto a chain?
Well, the 3 large chains, 2 of them are already gone. It's still 1,000 feet to hit the ground, but these chains go over and attach to the base, like underneath the base of the island, so they would still have you falling into the pit.
Fuck.
So that would be about 3,000, 5,000 feet, depending on how good of a hold you have on it.
Do you know any magic, Chief?
Only one spell.
What spell is it?
Not one that'll help us here.
What is it?
He casts Ray of Frost on a random spot on the ground.
That's
That's
Huh.
mildly disappointing.
huh.
Yeah, he's a tiefling, so he gets like innate magic.
Alright.
He gets innate magic. So that's all.
So as you're both looking around for something to do,
Hey,
our
real
vision...
quick, are the chains like vertical, or they're like slanted?
No, they're like at a 45-degree angle, and they seem to have like a bend to them, so like they're not fully taut. Except this one now, because it's the only one left, and the island's being pushed by the sandstorm. It's less
And how
stable.
thick are they?
They're
how thick-
like the chains themselves, the 3 chains.
If I get like my arms around them.
Each link is like the length of each link is probably about 10 feet, and then each like side of each link is maybe about 5 foot width. So you could fit your body around it, but not fully around it.
Could I slide down them holding a sword or rapier?
No,
Like,
because it's a chain.
Zip line out. Damn.
I have a net. I don't know if I could do anything
So
with that.
the chains are bigger than you specifically. Like each small round link that link together, those are each bigger than you.
Ah, lovely.
Yeah. They are 10 feet long, about 7 feet wide, and then actually no, it would have to be each link is going to be about 15 feet long, about 12 feet wide, and then each of the actual like round sides of the link would be about 4 or 5 feet in width itself. So it's gonna be impossible to do that.
Theoretical question.
You'd need a 12-foot wingspan.
Okay, theoretical question, just theoretical. What metal are they made out of?
Looking at them, you've seen this once before. Durath steel. It's a homebrew metal.
And
It is.
It is melt.
He can melt anything. It's just he could find certain things. If you wanted to, you could melt the fucking chain, but the island would not be chained to the ground anymore.
Would it fall or fucking fly?
Looking at the island from below, you saw that it has float stone attached to the base of it, so it would still stay in the air. But looking at the chain, it's being pulled by the heavy winds of the sandstorm, so you don't know how it would fly.
Do I want to let the fuck? It's like a fucking. It's
Before
like a
before we continue, yes, basically. Except it has no rudder either. Before we continue, we shift back to you two. As you're fighting your way through the hallways, what are you looking for?
My shit.
My shit, yeah.
You managed to get to the room where your shit is. It says prisoner shit here.
Prisoner shit here.
And you see a few of the Hydra Alliance members going, "Now where's his shit? I don't know. They just threw everything in a box together. What is with... I hate the Empire."
Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
As they turn around.
Howdy, I'm Bill. I'm with the Hydra Alliance. Some of
no.
your friends are dead when the whole island kind of turned. He's with me.
Ah, yes, of course. These must be your acquaintances. In that
Yes.
case, would they love to be free?
Oh yeah,
Say
we'd
no.
love to be free of the Empire's reign.
Ah, wonderful. I'm gonna walk up to one of them with my sword in hand menacingly.
Hey, what are you... You just
I'm
stab him.
you should've said no.
The other one looks over. What the... He pulls out his blunderbuss and takes a shot at you.
I warned him. I warned them, did I
Oh
not?
no. Oh no, that's a hit.
Oh no.
That's a misfire.
That's a 22.
Yeah, that's a hit.
Oh, no!
Okay, so that is
I
going
mean, I
to be...
asked if he wanted to be free. He said yes.
Oh no. Oh no.
All right, am I dead?
He's within 5 feet of you, so that is 35 points of piercing damage, sorry.
All right, so I am unconscious. I'm not dead, just unconscious.
He blows off your right arm as you fall to the ground unconscious.
Ow.
I'm just gonna look at the guy who's currently bleeding out. I'm gonna be like, damn.
Bill, what the fuck, man?
Okay, he seems to be just a little bit unhinged. In my defense, I did tell y'all to say no.
Well, we were told to kill any other prisoners trying to escape that weren't going to join us, so... And he pulls out his blunderbuss and takes a shot. Disadvantage. Okay.
Yeah, how much damage do I take and am I dead yet?
None. He takes 22 points of damage as his blunderbuss explodes and he dies.
I'm gonna look at him and just say, ratio.
You just look and you just see the lower half of his body and only a single bone is sticking out as it falls to the ground.
Alright, well, I guess I'll try to save this guy. Mr. Freedom Boy.
Alright, you run over, go in and make me a medicine check.
I do not run over, I fucking walk over.
Alright, Freedom Boy, go in and make me a death save.
Disappointed
Alright.
that it's all hell in Freedom Boy.
Death save number 1.
Natural 1. Natural
I'm just gonna
one.
roll this on D&D Beyond,
one.
so...
I have a -2 to fucking medicine, so good luck, buddy.
Okay, yeah, that's a failure.
Okay, you fail.
Alright, here's my medicine check.
You see him bleeding out heavily. Multiple pellets of iron are in his bodies in places. What'd you roll?
Nat 20
What
minus
is-
2.
Fuck
18.
you. You managed to succeed in bringing him back to 1 HP. As you pull out a bunch of the pellets, take, like, a bunch of meat from where his arm was and stick it back in, and just hold it there as your rage dies off at this point. It seems to cauterize the wound.
I'm just gonna, like, lightly smack him on the face. Wake up, Freedom Fighter. As I'm gonna grab my shit.
You grab
Hold on. Why did he sound like a tortoise? If you know, you know. If you know, you know.
You know, you know.
Well
Are
then,
they tortoises or turtles? I don't.
that was surprising.
Turtles go on the water, tortoises are land only.
I don't know, but well,
So as you stand up, Soup, you see Bill is over there putting on whatever he has, his gear. He's finding all of it, and then he's just staring at this platinum great axe that's put onto the wall. That's within a glass container that says "Do not touch."
You know what? I know what it does, kinda. I'm going to grab it with a gloved hand.
So you break the glass.
Of course, I break the glass.
And
Oh
one starts to
shit!
go off.
I broke the glass.
Anyway, I get up. Is my arm actually gone, or is it just?
Oh yeah, your right arm is completely gone.
Well,
Right.
now I can't use my great sword.
Ratio.
Well, what's your strength?
20.
You can use your great sword.
Use
Remember
your
my
greatsword.
rules?
Oh yeah. In that case, seeing as we're in the prisoner's shit room, I'm gonna look for my specific shit.
You find your shit easily enough.
All right, I'm gonna put on my adamantine plate mail armor. I'm gonna hoist my great sword upon my shoulder and then sheath it into my back. And I'm going to on my left arm, I guess, I will put my ring of spell storing.
Okay. So as you're getting ready, you see Bill takes his platinum great axe, and as he does, even with his gloved hands and napkins, Bill suddenly just stops for a second, goes catatonic, staring at this thing. Bill, you hear in your mind, "Finally, I was waiting.
Who you?
Do you really not remember me?"
New phone. Who dis?
Roll me a wisdom save.
Oh no. POV, I make a fucking dumb joke. Oh, and I have a -2 wisdom.
Natural 1. Natural 1.
Natural one.
Natural 1.
Natural.
Okay,
Natural one.
you take 15 points of psychic damage.
Mm. Okay.
Okay.
But honestly, I don't think I remember anyone in my platinum axe.
The Platinum Axe literally talked to you. It said, "Are you worthy? We'll see in time." You fucking retard.
Oh yeah, yeah. Hey, buddy, how you doing?
Anyways, you just see Bill speaking to this axe out loud.
Oh, do you have a friend in there somewhere?
Probably not.
You see Bill's
Yes,
nose
but-
is just bleeding like hell.
Well,
Just
if you
look
do
at him,
have-
nose bleeding. Probably not.
well, whoever it is, would they like to be free?
I'm gonna look at the axe. Do you want to be free?
I would.
Says yes.
Very well then. I'm gonna walk over to Bill, and I'm gonna hold out my remaining arm for him to hand me the axe.
I'm gonna hand him the axe. Now, Soup, before I hand you this axe, are you sure you want to go through with this?
This is basically a temporary character. I want to see what
All right.
happens.
Dan and Burden, Wahoo. Remember when I
Fair
said these two fuck up the world a lot?
Yeah.
This is
Yeah.
gonna be my.
No.
This is only gonna be the second time I do something this bad.
Alright, so
Ready
you
up,
touch
I'm
the
gonna-
axe without gloves on. Go ahead and make me a wisdom save first.
All right, I'm probably gonna fail this because I only have a 0 to wisdom saves.
Actually, no, this is a charisma save, not a wisdom save. I don't know why I was saying
Oh,
that.
if it. Well, let's ignore that roll then, because that was the wisdom. I'll roll with my
Well, where
charisma.
did
which
you
is-
roll? Because it wasn't in my rolls channel.
I was rolling on D&D Beyond. Doesn't matter. Both of them were 6.
Alright, I'll say this. Roll me just a general persuasion check.
Persuasion.
Because you are
that's-
offering to set free this man.
Yes.
My mother was a mayor and my father was a Lone Ranger.
12.
12.
Yes.
You feel something within you disappear. But you're still holding the axe. I'll say this, Big Shot, you see the same flash that, well, no flash happened really at the dock, so that was noticeable to anyone besides you. But this flash happens again, this puff of dust and smoke happens, and you just see the Goliath staring at this axe in bewilderment.
Am I
Ah.
still me?
Yes.
Wonderful. It feels so righteous. It indeed wishes to be free, and I will make it so.
Okay.
What are you gonna
I'm
do?
gonna turn towards Bill with wide eyes, blood just kind of half covering half my face from all the people that we, killed to get here.
We, not you. I have not attacked a single body.
Go ahead.
I think it said that it knows you, and it wants you to be free as well.
Intriguing.
Are you sure you wish to stay here?
Bill, in your head, you hear, "Are you sure you wish to stay here?"
Did I just make it more insane?
No.
Yo, ask Bill to go on it. Ask to fucking trap his soul so the orbs was funny.
I suppose. I. I will stay.
Soup, you hear in your mind, "He seems in turmoil. We should make the choice for him."
But it seems that he's making this of his own will. It would be wrong to change
There's
it.
something else affecting him, my friend.
No,
You
I am
are a warrior of
100%
freedom.
set.
Free
I am-
him, my warrior.
I am completely 100%
Do it.
insane mind. I would like to stay.
Roll me an insight
I
check.
fucking doubt
So-
that.
You
Roll
want
an
me to
insight
roll?
check. Yeah,
You want me
against
to
the
roll the-
axe. Against the axe.
All right. Can I willingly roll this with disadvantage?
Yes.
Just rolls on that one.
Well, it needs to
Please
be.
roll.
It needs to be to 30.
Yeah. It's a good thing that I rolled with disadvantage because otherwise it'd have been a 21. Because now I rolled a 5.
This man wants to be freed, no matter what he says.
I'm afraid that you simply wish to be free, and I can grant you that.
You see this
worry.
Goliath smile starts to pull back and actually rip apart his face a bit as his face becomes this split mouth all the way up to his ears as it slowly becomes unhinged and a tongue comes out and splits into two snake-like tongues. His teeth grow sharper and bigger, almost like tusks out of his mouth. His body elongates to this 15-foot tall body, spindly, and these tattoos start to grow over his eyes, go pitch black. Roll initiative, both of you.
Can I... Actually, does
What
this
the
heal me?
fuck?
What does it set my hit points to?
Full hit points, and you have a total of 200.
Okay!
Increase all of your bodily stats to 26 and all of your mental stats to 2.
Alright, how does this affect my spellcasting?
It does.
How does this
Okay.
affect the trout population?
It does.
It won't.
Alright, hit points. Max hit point modifier. Let's just set this to...
Dog, I have 5 health right now. I'm in danger.
You know what you need to do, Big Shot? Set the axe free. I'll say this, you see platinum, veins bursting off the axe and implementing into his left arm.
Oh man.
Pushing through and coursing through his body. You see his body is flaking and disintegrating as he stands there.
It's like fucking Hulk trying to fucking wear the Infinity Gauntlet.
Basically. You can see the, I'll say this, Bill, in your mind you hear, "Oh, it looks like he was rejected then." Well,
What
at
a-
least this is
Hang
what
on,
was gonna
I'm just
happen. I would've
fixing my
done it.
stats. So now I have a 26 in all my mental stat, or
No,
all my physical
physical,
stats.
yes.
Yes, and all my mental stats are reduced to 2.
Yes, as you hold the axe and you allow it to enter your mind, you suddenly start to feel yourself losing control as your vision turns all black. Besides, you get predator vision. You see just heat signals
Thermal
around
vision.
you. Nothing else. Thermal vision.
Heat waves and think me.
D&D Beyond won't let me put it below a 3, but that's not really going to change anything. I'll treat that 4 in Charisma as a 3.
Your body feels cold, colder than a blizzard at the moment, and you feel nothing around you.
Okay. So I'm gonna. Can I
Bill.
just?
Bill, this
Can I
creature
just
lets out a
take fucking-
screech. I need you to make a wisdom save.
Oh shit.
Hang on, aren't I in control of this?
Yes, but you make it let out a screech before initiative starts.
I know, but as I change into this monstrous form, it seems that you wish to stay this way. Don't worry, I will set you free.
Hold on. Wait a minute.
I
So
suitably got a 3 on my wisdom.
You're frightened.
Yeah, you don't have to tell me.
You shit your pants.
I shit my pants. Yes. That was fucking terrifying.
Blood comes out too because you've been tortured the last few days, and your diet's not that good.
Okay, so dash action the fuck out.
Before, what did you both roll for your initiatives?
Hang on, I had to fix this entire sheet so that it actually has the proper stats now.
Yep.
There we go. Rolling my new +8 initiative.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, you know what? I'm gonna roll this in Discord so that everyone can see. 16.
What'd you roll, Bill? What'd you roll?
Oh, 21.
Okay,
Oh.
Bill.
Oh.
Oh fuck. He's guarding the door. What are you doing?
Oh, I thought he'd be a. Oh god.
There's the door between you and him. He's barely fitting in this 15-foot tall room. You're basically nearly squished right next to him.
Mhm.
The walls are contorting and breaking as he's moving, trying to get to you at the moment.
Are you sure you wish to leave? Don't worry about it. I will ensure that you are safe
hold on.
after that skin of yours is removed.
All of the hair on his body is starting to fall off as he's saying this.
You're not letting me be free? You're keeping me prisoner? That's kind of contradictory.
I am not keeping you prisoner.
But you are.
keeping
What?
yourself in this cage. I will leave
You're the
this
one.
cage open for you.
I mean, you're the one keeping the cage closed with your massive, muscly,
Dick.
Yo,
orgy.
check your DMs, gamer.
Big Shot, what are you doing?
Why
As he's-
do you stay inside this cage?
Conversation ends there because that's 6 seconds of conversation. What are you doing, Big Shot?
Yo,
I'm
freaking-
going to try to rage and dash through the wall.
The wall behind you.
You cannot ignore my DMs, Soup can.
Big
Yes,
Shot,
I know you cannot.
make me an athletics check to dash through the wall that's starting to crack.
Does this provoke an attack of opportunity?
It will if he makes it. Because you're completely filling up the room. The room's like 15 feet tall and maybe like 50 feet wide at most, but you're growing bigger by the second.
24.
24. You break out of the wall and start to fall the 50 feet to the ground. Soup, go ahead and make me an attack roll.
1d20 plus 10.
You do have half
Because-
cover, so that's +5 to your AC, Big Shot, because the wall is going to block your
nice.
strike a bit.
He's going to have trouble
Half
hitting.
cover is plus 2 AC.
No, actually, yeah, you're not. You're right. It's half cover, so it's only +2. So as you swing the axe and cleave through the wall, it starts to slow down your attack.
That's a 22.
Big Shot.
Fuck you! You hit my AC.
Technically, that is a 27. Actually, no, you're not attuned to the item technically, and it didn't choose you, so you don't get the +5. So you swing and you cut through the wall like butter, and slash him in the back as he's falling. Go ahead and roll damage for a great axe.
Well, I'm unconscious no matter what he rolls.
1d12
Well, you're raging,
plus-
remember?
10.
Oh, I am raging.
Mm-hmm. And as the flames are bursting off of you as you run through the wall, go ahead and roll damage.
Yeah, it's 1d12
Fucking
plus
pulling
10.
an oryx.
That is 12 damage.
Reduced to 6. Big Shot, how much health do you have? Oh, he left.
He died.
Hold up, let's see if he joins back in.
Alright,
shot.
he's back.
Big Shot, you take 6 damage. How much health do you have?
I was at 5.
Roll me a con save. As you hear in your mind, "Fly, you fool.
Gandalf, is that
You are my berserker. You should be stronger than this. Don't let such a weak hit bring you down." The King in Iron
Cons.
speaks to you.
Do I get
Roll.
advantage or anything like that?
Just a con save. DC was 11.
16.
It was damage plus 10. So as you remaining damage plus 10. Sorry. So as you
Okay.
start to fall, you hear this, and you continue to push through your rage before going unconscious. You're at 1 HP. As you look back, you see the flames lick off of you as this hand of just fire reaches out and grabs this entity. Once your roommate now in the face. Soup. Does a 32 hit you?
I'm going to assume that this is using my plate mail AC, or is it going to be?
Yes.
All right.
LC.
I'm not wielding a shield right now, so that would be 18.
So yes.
So, yes, it does.
25,
It frightens me that that was an actual question and not rhetorical.
6 is 31. 38. Alright, you take 38 points of fire damage as this large, gauntleted fire hand reaches out and grasps your face, branding you as you let out this horrible screeching noise. Big shot, as you're falling down, what are you going to do? You're starting to fall and fall and fall. Your Terra axe now in your hand. You're about to hit the 50-foot mark to the ground. What are you doing?
I am going to cancel out my fall damage by taking my greatsword and swinging
axe.
it into the ground. No,
Great
greatsword.
Oh, the extra greatsword you have?
Yes.
That's not gonna work.
Some Legend of Zelda type shit.
Hey, are you trying to throw it at the ground so that, Newton's laws of motion kick into effect?
You know what? We'll do this. Roll me a strength check against physics.
That's going to be a quote. Roll me a
A
strength
strength
check.
check against physics.
He's trying to throw his greatsword so hard that it takes the
never
momentum
win.
for him and hits the ground.
Raw strength or athletics?
Raw strength. Actually, I'll say athletics check against physics. Why not?
Someone put that in the quotes channel.
I'm doing it.
Trying to break the sound barrier with a single throw of a great
22.
sword. Do you have lucky?
I do not.
I'll say this. Roll again, because the King in Iron doesn't want you to die. Because technically you would already have advantage due to raging. Roll another
Roll
advantage.
me
Yeah. Roll.
Roll me a strength check against physics.
Nat 20
Okay, so
plus
you
7.
need a 30 to succeed, but because you rolled nat 20, that's an automatic success. So, you get it, you pull it down, and you notice the red moon in the sky. At this point, it is nighttime, and you notice it bearing, well, actually, no, it wouldn't be nighttime at this point. It's getting towards twilight, but the moon shouldn't be in the sky right now, and it shouldn't be a full moon from what you remember. It hasn't been a full month yet. But as you throw it down, you let go of the great sword. You feel this bestial surge of power in you.
Don't fucking trust that.
And suddenly, this red aura picks up the speed of the great sword and hits the ground with it as this shockwave breaks part of the ground underneath you and sends you flying up a little bit. As you land on the ground on your ass, unable to land perfectly, start to spin, spin, spin. And you catch yourself before falling off as you notice the shockwave hit the ground, and the ground is cracking beneath where you're currently laying down. That ends your turn. Meanwhile, on the outside, as you guys are like, what should we do? You see an explosion of fire hit one of the walls. This large great axe comes sweeping out of the tower itself. You see Bill starting to fall, come back to consciousness. This large fiery hand reaches up and just pushes into the tower, causing it to start collapsing on itself. And you see Bill throw a great axe so hard this red aura emanates from it, sending a shockwave out 50 feet from him as he hits the ground, looking like he didn't take any damage. And then you see, jumping out of the tower, I would assume, Soup, right?
Yes.
You see this monster that's continuously growing in size jump out of the tower.
Why are you running? I'm trying to set you free.
You see its body is starting to glisten like platinum.
Ain't nobody running, Rico. Ain't nobody running here, Rico. I just want to have more space.
What are you doing, Soup? What are you doing, Soup?
Making a search action to try and find the thing that ran.
All right, so
'Cause
as
I'm
you jump
trying to
out
stay
Tiny
free.
boy.
and you're somewhat blind, and all this heat is hitting you from the thermal vision, go ahead and make me a investigation check as you land on the ground.
Investigation. Normal or disadvantage?
Hey, wait a minute, real
Advantage.
quick.
Well, normal.
Wait.
What?
Hold on.
What?
We're in the desert, yeah. It's
Yeah.
like super fucking hot and the
Yeah,
fucking.
that's why I'm having
sun's-
him make an investigation check.
That's a
Uh,
0.
He wouldn't be able to see shit through the heat.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm having him make an investigation check.
That
Yep.
was disadvantage then.
So you take 10 points of bludgeoning damage as you hit the ground, and you're looking around, and you don't see anything. Everything is just lighting up for you. You're like, you don't see anything.
noise. He's blind.
There.
I can imagine it's
What?
just...
Shed.
Soup, what are you doing?
I guess since I don't see anything here,
You've grown to 50 feet tall, breaking through the tower a little bit.
I'm gonna try and get off this island.
So as you look around, trying to find, you don't even know the shape of the island because the heat vision is completely surrounding you in this storm. As you move forward, you take 100 points of necrotic damage.
Ow.
Actually, hold up. I need to roll this, actually. Give me 1 second. D12 times 10 would be... Sorry, 60 points of necrotic damage this turn. Because you were not accepted by the axe. So, as you start to move around, go ahead and roll me a D4.
Alright, 1d4. 2.
So, as you move, you start moving leftwards. Bill, it leaves your area of attack if you want to make an attack with disadvantage since you're prone.
Okay, and I am gonna use the King and Iron's axe.
Okay, you pull out your Terra axe. By the way, every single step this creature makes, because now it's grown multiple spider-like appendages that are currently digging into the ground as it moves, is causing a quake through the entire island.
Okay, that's 9, 10, 11, 12 to hit. I have a plus 12 to hit because of all the boosts I get.
Yep, go ahead. And remember, you have your barbarian level extra abilities for the fire damage if you want to use your charges, as
I'm
well as
going
the
to.
extra 1d6 if you do hit.
Yep.
Go ahead and roll. Let's see.
Oh, fuck, I rolled it in quotes. I'm a dumbass.
Yeah, you gotta delete that, and you gotta re-roll. Remember, you have disadvantage, though.
Natural one. Natural one.
You're
Natural
prone on the
one.
ground.
Delete message.
I already deleted it.
I know, I was deleting the other message. Where is the fucking rolls chat? There it is.
Man, I love D&D. I love drinking and driving.
Same. God's booziest cruiser.
So, as
God.
the sandstorm whirls around you, you pull out your great axe and go make it swing at him.
Does a 31 hit?
So,
Yes.
because of his size increase, yes, it does. His AC is 30 now. As his body is hardening as it's becoming platinum. You swing and feel your axe get stuck and you push through. As you do.
Shall I override his AC then?
Yes. Go ahead and roll damage. And consider this a critical hit because this is a critical hit because he is blinded, so you're surprising him technically.
Does the adamantine armor still take effect?
No.
Okay.
1d12 plus
Hey,
7
what's the axe made out of?
plus...
His axe is this volcanic-looking material, almost like mahogany wood with this lattice wrapped around it in diamond shape. And then the axe head is this volcanic like stone that has this glowing, emanating magma color in between the cracks in it. It has this purple stone on the base pommel of it, and this large spike on the top of it.
All right,
It also has this golden sheened edge to it, like where you would like sharpen it. That edge of it that's sharp is golden. But yeah, this is technically a crit. Yes.
Okay, so for crits, you said that instead of just doubling the dice, we
you just roll and then we double all the damage you do.
Baller.
So that would usually be 54. How much fire damage are you dealing?
3d6.
Did you add your rage to that?
Yes.
Okay. So did you add you added the extra 2d6, right? On top of that for the like charges you used.
I thought they were 1d6 charges because I only have one barbarian.
They are 1d6 per charge, but you have you only have one barbarian level?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, sorry, my
Only
bad.
level 3.
Okay, yeah. So, as you strike him, dealing 54 damage, roll me a strength check, and then roll me a strength check as well, Mr. Big Monster Man.
Yes, 54 damage taken. Strength check. Is this strength or athletics?
Athletics.
Athletics.
Yeah,
All right.
both of you are rolling athletics for this.
That's a 19,
Okay.
which was kind of bad because I should be rolling much better for athletics.
So as he hits you in the side, dealing this heavy blow of fire, you almost get flung off the island as you're moving towards the front last chain. You don't know it's the last chain, moving towards the other two that are on the ground. And you nearly get knocked off the island, but as you get flung, you manage to hold on to the edge unknowingly. And you start to... The edge of the island starts to fall underneath you as it falls down. You didn't get knocked off the island, but the edge of the island fell underneath your weight. However, as you get flung and get hit, I rolled to see if you maintained it, the axe gets flung out of your hand and lands right next to Bill. Bill, it lands right next to your head on the ground. As this creature goes falling down, Soup, what does the creature say in this monstrous voice where it can barely remember how to speak as it starts to fall off the island?
With the axe out of its hand, would you say that it is now taking massive amounts of psychic damage?
No.
Okay.
In fact, the necrotic damage is no longer being affected by it.
What would it say?
The windstorm passing by it, buffeting it as it's falling. After taking this huge hit.
I wish to set you free.
Classic Disney villain death.
That's if he dies. Who
We'll
knows?
get
He
back
might
to
not.
this. We'll get back to this. So,
Sequels. Oh no.
Bill, as the creature falls down, and you go over toward... Actually, the platinum axe didn't land on next to your head. It landed next to the edge of the island. As you stand up and go walk over towards it, you look down. Similar to Obi-Wan Kenobi, looking at the two halves of Darth Maul falling, you just see him disappear into the storm.
You were my brother.
Do you pick
You
up
were
the...
my roommate.
Do you pick up the axe?
With a gloved hand, I pick up the axe.
You're in your mind. Finally, a more stable mind. We'll talk later.
Alright, bitch.
Dead and Burden.
I'm-
Wahoo, you
I'm-
just saw Bill fall out of a building, see this large creature grow, try to walk towards you, and Bill just fucking smite the creature off the edge.
I have a question to ask the King of Iron. I'm gonna ask it in DMs.
Okay,
Bill? Why is it, no matter where you are, no matter how locked up you are, why do you always have fucking problems following you?
I'm a
Seriously,
You can't kill a Bill.
I just came here to turn in a fucking bounty, visit with you, fucking make you pay for being an asshole to me. But no, now I'm here on a fucking castle island, about to fucking die, hoping almost died. Trying to find a way down here, and now here you are with a giant fucking creature you just like summoned, basically. With that, wait, is that the cursed axe that guy held?
Yes.
And you still fucking have it?
Yes. What, you think I'm gonna let this be going around?
I'm not fucking
I'm doing-
shocked.
Nervous. Imagine
Give
if
me the fucking
anybody
axe.
with evil and no.
Give me the
Imagine if
I
anybody.
don't fucking trust you anymore. Give me the fucking axe. You'll get
Imagine
it back when you get home.
Now hold on. Imagine if anybody with evil intention decided to get their hands on this axe. Would it not be
Yes.
better merged with this axe? The
I
axe
did
that
not
bodied
fucking
the
trust
shit
you
out of
holding
that?
my goddamn axe after what I just fucking saw through the goddamn window. You'll get it
I don't
back
trust
when
you
we get,
holding
when we get
this
somewhere
axe,
fucking safe.
I don't trust you holding this axe, mister. I'm gonna cause this man to get tortured for 30 minutes straight.
Okay, that was a fucking joke to myself. The fucking guards heard.
I was fully intending to punch you in the fucking beak, but I'm not going to because I'm a nice person.
You
I
and I
have
both know you're lying.
heart. I'm an okay person.
You are a fucking
I'm a-
mid-tier
I'm
person.
a person. I'm a person.
Give me the fucking axe, I'll get it back when we get home. I don't trust you after I just fucking saw it fall through the goddamn window.
No,
Give me
fuck
that
you.
one slack at least.
No.
Look,
No. If anything, I've proved that I should be the guardian of this axe because
prove that you're on the axe because a fucking
massive-
50-foot tall creature fell through what I can only assume is your fucking fault because it looked
Hey,
pretty attached to that goddamn axe.
Hey. You can't blame this on me.
It's at this point
He-
there is an
It's your
explosion
fucking
in the
axe.
side of the prison, and you see multiple individuals riding this floating carpet. This floating carpet that seems to have two gunners of the Hydra Alliance with their large hunting rifles sitting upon it, taking pot shots off of it, and a third one of the Hydra Alliance within robes, who seems to be talking to a prisoner who's taking off their manacles at the moment, taking off the wrist irons, throwing them off.
Do they see me?
They're floating. They're maybe 100 feet away from you, floating above the battlefield. As this individual cloaked in black holds up a staff that has a single gem that almost seems to be like a void floating above his new staff, and he goes, you guys can hear this as he shouts out, well, not shouts out, but his voice echoes through the battlefield. And this staff was so good too, but you had to go and break it. He throws it away and grabs the gem. Well, it's been a while since I've seen freedom, since Alaria rose to the surface. Let's see what I can do. And he grabs the gem and holds it forward as he starts to crush it a little bit, and as he does, the sky darkens, and you see raising up the dead bodies of all the individuals slain throughout this battle. Undead start to assault both sides. Aside from start to assault the prison as well. And he goes, well, I hope you all remember the name of the necromancer who's done this to you. My name is Hank, and it's been great to meet you all. Now, toodaloo, and he waves his hand,
Hey, wait.
and the carpet disappears.
God damn it.
That name was not a Breaking Bad reference at the time. It was a Madness Combat reference. I made this guy.
As he disappears like that, the undead assaulting the prison, you see Captain Bjorn suddenly goes, fuck! Damn bird! And he pulls out his flintlock and shoots an undead that's trying to tackle him at the moment, as it explodes in half.
Bjorn!
What are you doing? He starts to make his way towards you, pulling out his rapier, slicing it down another one as he gets shot by an arrow and continues to move towards you.
Bjorn!
His men are getting routed back into the prison at the moment. Darren Burden, help us out here! Is that a prison? I don't give a shit. You all help us now! The prison's going to fall if we don't do something! And he shoots another one in the head.
Shit. Fuck. Okay, so here's the deal. This guy's an axe. He shouldn't have that axe. It'll fucking kill us all.
I do not care who holds a fucking axe. Help us here! And as he's saying this, suddenly this large lizard tail covered in an iron spike stabs straight through his gut. As he gets lifted up into the air, this iguana, one of the, what are they called? The iguanas that I was talking about earlier?
Komodo dragon.
Yoshino?
Yeah, one of the Komodo dragon-looking desert creatures reaches up and bites into him as you see the liquid leaving his body. He goes, fuck it! And you see him suddenly start to pant really heavily as his body expands into this large 20-foot grizzly bear that lands on the ground as he turns around and strikes the Komodo dragon in the face as he runs back into the battlefield. Runes covering his body that seem to glow this golden color.
You got this, Bjorn.
Final
Big boy,
flash.
bear boy. Bjorn, I
That a
believe in you.
druid rune knight multi-class I see?
Yes.
Maybe,
Bjorn
maybe,
special.
totally,
Big bear
totally, not
Bjorn.
just
Big bear Bjorn.
totally not Nordish.
Big bear, Bjorn.
Anyways, you guys just gonna bet on who wins the battle or something?
Bjorn.
Okay. So
Going
either we
Bjorn
go in and
sucks.
try to fight exploding undead corpses, basically, or we just try and leave and say, oh, we weren't here, or we already left.
At the moment, you see the chain that's still connected because you guys are close to it at this point, which seems to be the platform that's raising more individuals from the Hydra Alliance onto this point. As you guys are next to it, as you guys are having this conversation with each other, you see the chain is starting to ricket, and the island is being pulled into the storm a bit more. As you guys get the feeling, this chain breaks, the island's gonna go flying.
Hey, is there any flying is there any flying carpets around us?
Not at the moment.
Can I do? God damn it.
Just jump into the air and begin flapping your wings. Try to fly
I
up
don't
the
have
island.
wings. My
You're-
fucking species doesn't have wings.
I will say this: as you
No,
guys,
Flap your arms.
as you guys are,
Flightless kangaroos.
as you guys are trying to figure out what you're doing, you see some of the Hydra Alliance like members that are higher up in it that are wearing coats go, "Retreat! Return! This place is going down!" As you see a bunch of the actual living members of the Hydra Alliance starting to take shots as they're starting to head towards the platform that's coming up. A few of them get on and it starts to go down again. A few of them have to stay and take more shots as the undead are starting to still siege the pit.
I wanted
the
to, I
prison.
wanted to use my tattoo or my disguise ability.
Yeah.
My to turn into one of the fucking one of the corpses of the
Hydra Alliance.
yeah, Hydra Alliance and just look like
Okay.
them.
Okay, easily enough. You guys see a Hydra Alliance member standing right next to you, where Dead and Burden just was. In Dead and Burden's clothes, specifically. Because you don't change clothes.
To clarify-
Wait, I'm pretty sure you
clarify-
do change clothes.
Hold on, real quick to clarify. They're
I'll
up in the
say-
prison and I'm still on the ground.
No,
Yeah,
you're
you do
all on the
change
ground.
clothes.
You're all on the ground talking to each other at the moment.
Yeah, are you
Oh,
trying
shit.
to do this with disguise self, or are you just trying to change what you look like?
I have a tattoo ability that I'm attuned to where I can change what I look like entirely.
Okay, yeah,
for-
so your clothes even
like
change.
6
There's just a
hours.
Hydra Alliance member right next to you, Bill, where Dead and Burden just was.
Okay, okay.
Well, I
You,
know
you saw him change. You saw him
Yeah.
change.
I know his tricks.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Alright, guys, so basically...
oh no, an Hydra Alliance member.
Shut up, Bill. Okay,
I'm just gonna
basically...
give him a sturdy punch to the side. Not trying to do damage.
Okay, so basically, this is the only way I know how to get off of here. Or better yet, I could say you guys want to join the Hydra Alliance temporarily and just say, oh yeah, I have some friends that want to join us. But, yeah, and I'll try and get you guys on the platform. I'm going either way. If you guys want to follow along, be my guest. But I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna lie for you guys, or I might lie for you guys. I don't know.
Hydra Alliance.
At this point,
scum.
there's an explosion that shakes the island once again. It doesn't move, but it shakes. I need all of you to make a dex save.
I'm not on the island.
I know.
I'm falling
I know.
to my death.
I know.
Falling to your death, maybe.
Yes, maybe.
Hey, you said you wanted to you said you wanted to fight me. How'd that end up?
I mean, my character. I did basically think of making an insane
Hey,
character.
question:
and
how close are we to the edge?
You're about like 20 feet from the edge at this point. Maybe
Okay, so
you
no
you
way-
moved
no
a
way
bit.
I
You
can
moved a
fucking
bit
fall
closer. You're behind a few boxes, so there is
Yeah, no
places
way
to
I
grab
can
onto.
Yeah, no way I can fucking fall off. That's
Yeah.
fucking easy. We're falling over.
So what you guys roll?
10.
21.
Okay.
Dead and Burden fails.
Wahoo, what'd you roll?
6.
6. All right. So Dead and Burden and Wahoo nearly they trip and get close to the edge, and Bill, you just grab them both and pull them back behind the boxes. However, I'm gonna make a perception check for everyone else as well. Okay. So you see a few individuals you're waiting for the platform fall off the edge, and then Skrunkloid. You have no idea
Oh,
where
not
he is.
Skrunkloid. I don't want Skrunkloid to die.
You don't know where he
Keep
is.
Skrunkloid?
In the midst of this
Skrunkloid?
chaos, he's gone.
Skrunkloid? Oh no, oh no, oh
Skrunkloid?
no, oh no, oh no, oh no. Not fucking Steve, come on!
Not the Skrunkloid.
Not fucking Skrunkloid. I can't.
Schmuck hates pets.
He fucking despises them because Smuck's a fucking asshole.
Insulting the DM, that sounds like a nat one.
Shut up. Fuck, Skrunkloid's gone.
Bill, your rage drops.
Understandable.
Really, what lore is here that you're making us fucking stay, by the way? You obviously
not.
want me to go fucking find Skrunkloid.
I'm not.
Schmuck, quick question. Did I heal anything from my rage?
No.
Why do
Cringe.
you like this? It's like fucking escape, please. I want to go to bed.
Escape
Fucking
somehow.
escape
How are you
rope.
going to escape? I'm not just gonna say you escape.
Well, now I can't escape without fucking Strunkloid. You know that.
You know
You
he was
know
on your
without
neck
him.
until a few minutes ago.
Is there a chain that's going down to the ground?
There
that's
is
still
one
intact?
left, yes, and the island is barely holding. In fact, at this point, the island is being pulled in the storm and is actually starting to circle around where the chain is held.
Wait a minute. Okay, first of all, everyone check your pockets or backs for Skrunkloid. Second, where the fuck's the chain?
It's maybe 50
Chat.
feet from you.
Skrunkloid likes big metal objects. He
About-
fucking learns before.
And he has taken a bit of damage. It's about 50 feet from you at the moment.
Oh
Wait,
no!
So we see Skrunkloid?
Make me a perception check.
He's a fucking... That was
You gotta remember, there's a sandstorm going on, there's a bunch of battle.
Yeah, but I know what my baby boy looks like.
Make a perception check.
I
Bit
know
of
my
blood.
baby
There's a
boy
bit of
looks
blood
like
in your
this
eyes
is-
from any damage you've taken. You bitch.
This is This is a dad.
Shit.
You see Skunkloid at the anchor next to the platform.
Skrunkloid, no.
His feather, he's 50 feet from you. There's a
No.
lot of sound at the moment. You can't really contact him. As he goes, his feathers go to touch it. You see one of the
I'm going to-
Hydra Alliance members looks down. What the fuck? And he goes to shoot Skunkloid
Skrunkloid!
with his blunderbuss. Oh no.
You killed him, didn't
Oh
you?
no!
Fucking asshole.
I'll get you a new pet. Don't worry.
If you kill a Skrunkloid, I'm actually be very fucking angry.
25 points of damage plus the 7 from earlier. That's 32, I believe. He's not
You
dead yet, but he you see him get hit by this
I'm going to be
this
very
metal into his
fucking
body.
angry.
He
Like,
lets
very
out this
fucking angry.
he lets out this pained scream as his antennas touch the metal.
Stop
Now-
him, or I throw a javelin at him.
He hasn't used his ability yet, so actually no, his antennas don't touch the metal yet because that instantly destroys it. I will say this: as he's about to touch the metal, make me a persuasion check. Actually, no, you need to get closer, Dead and Burden, if you want to make a persuasion check.
Yeah, I'll run to.
Throw
I'll
dead and
run 30 feet toward him, and we should be looking from like 20 feet away.
20
I'll
feet
be like
away.
20
So as you
feet.
scream, "No!" Go ahead and make me a persuasion check.
Not using the dash action. That's kind of cringe.
I still have one lucky left, so fuck this up. Alright, it's fine.
Do you want to use your lucky?
No, I shouldn't need to roll higher. He's not the smartest creature.
Well, technically, in lore, and you would know this, once
why
they
you
get the
wouldn't.
smell of ferrous metal directly in them, including if they're injured, they go
Hey, wait
into
a
this.
minute.
They go into this.
He's
haze.
my pet and
Yes.
my baby boy who loves me. I should
Yes,
advantage on
but
that.
as lore, they go into this haze. So go ahead and roll again, because you would have advantage because he's your pet. But still,
Yep,
you need a
lore, man.
high-ass roll. So if you want to use your lucky, you could roll again twice, because you have advantage.
Fine.
Okay,
Final lucky.
final lucky.
Wait, no. I rolled twice because I did a fucking +3, not plus. Wait, I would have got a 5. Alright.
A 6,
Okay,
technically.
cool.
But yeah, anyways. So, just so you're aware, they do go into this haze, and you would know this, so you're trying to scream to him at the moment. Roll
Oh,
again.
sorry guys, we're fucked.
Because you rolled twice with advantage.
We're fucked.
Okay. So as you scream no, and he managed to get up to him, he's already touched it. And you see the metal starting to corrode. It's
How
not...
far was the platform?
The platform is direct... Like, you have to get on the platform to get to the chain, because that's how high it is up.
I
and then
jump on.
hangs.
So if the chain's gone, the platform just fucking fall.
Falls straight down, yeah. However,
Yeah, I
if
don't
the
know.
chain isn't completely disintegrated at the moment, you see that its connectings are starting to rust and fall on parts of it, and you see the people who notice this start to get on the platform and start to push it down immediately
I
so
hop
that they
on the
get
platform.
close. You get on the platform. Everyone else, what are you doing? Because people are rushing towards the platform.
I take Strunkloid with me, by the way.
Yeah, I know. He's literally on the platform already with you.
I will
So-
dash action to the platform.
So as you go to dash action to the platform, I need you to make a strength check because you're trying to push through this whole crowd of people trying to get to it.
Okay.
Okay?
Athletics? Question mark?
What?
Athletics? Question mark?
No.
Cringe. Just raw strength.
Yeah. Let's see what you get. You manage to push your way through, throwing people off of you, throwing people off the platform itself. As you step on, the platform begins to start to descend down the chain, wobbling as hell. What are you doing, Wahoo? Are you rushing towards the platform, or what are you doing, man?
Dashing
All right, go ahead and
Straightforward.
make me a
Do
strength
this
check to
now.
push through, or a dex check, your choice.
7
Dex or strength check.
strength.
Okay, so as you try to push through, you get pushed back. Bill doesn't notice that you're there, and he pushes a few people back as they fall on top of you. The platform begins to start to descend, all wobbly. Like, what are you doing? The island at this point, the chain is starting to shatter and break. Part of it is falling off. It's barely hooked together. What are you doing, my man?
I realized I actually have another spell. I can cast Armor of Agathis at 2nd level, so I'll do that, I guess.
Okay.
And then try and run through people again.
Okay. You can easily push through people at this point, but the platform is maybe 50 feet from you, descending at the moment to get out of the off as far down as they can before the entire chain falls. What are you doing? It's a long leap to try and make it if you wanted to. It's nearly completely filled too, so it's going to be a hard DC if you want to try to get there. You guys see a few of the other individuals are actually leaping towards the platform, but they miss and start to fall down into the storm.
Not really sure anything else I can do other than jump.
Alright.
So I'm jumping.
Go ahead and make me just an athletics check or an acrobatics check, your choice.
Oh, look at that. A natural 20. 24.
24. You
Thank you.
jump, and as you do, somebody on the platform is like, he's gonna weigh us down, takes a shot at you with his rifle. As it hits your armor, it hits, sends this cold, shattering ice towards him. His eyes get shot out as he bumps into you, Big Shot. Big Shot, make me a dexterity saving throw as you're almost knocked off the platform as this guy falls straight off. And you manage to land on Wahoo, grabbing on with your hands onto the platform itself as it tilts under your weight a little bit.
I don't want to be a downer, but unfortunately, Armor of Agathis' Thorn's effect only applies to melee hits.
Well, I'm just doing something cool here. Fuck you. 16? Alright, you manage to barely grab on to Wahoo's foot as he climbs on because you fall off. And you grab on and pull yourself up too. As you guys feel the platform fall again for a few feet as the chain is loosening.
See, this is why having a rust monster as a pet, of all things, might not be a good idea.
About halfway down the chain, and Skrunkloid is like trying to fight your grasp on him because he's injured and he's screaming.
Hey, have some gold.
Okay. So, as you feed him some gold, he seems to calm down a bit. Halfway down the chain, you feel yourself drop like 50 feet, but it continues down and down, a quarter of the way down, 250 feet from the ground. You feel the platform start to free fall. What are you doing?
And
People are trying to grab onto the
fucking
platform as they go
tired.
flying upwards out of your grasp. You can make me an athletics or acrobatics check to try and hold on to the platform to give yourself a shield of some sort.
Athletics or acrobatics?
can I fight gravity again? No, I'm kidding.
Athletics or acrobatics?
Hold up.
Acrobatics.
Somebody play Freebird. Somebody play Freebird.
Wouldn't Dream On be better?
No, because you're not jumping off a cliff. You're literally flying.
We are falling, though.
Yeah, falling. Yeah, but
What
still.
would be better
Why not free falling
better
by Tom Petty?
to play free? Yeah, free falling.
Sure, go ahead.
No, wait, no. That's copyright. Never mind.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we can harmonize it.
Well, fuck.
Free.
Anyways,
Fuck.
Free.
unless you guys want to do anything specific, that's the idea I'm giving you to hold on to the.
Try and like wrap my net around a corner of it and hold on
Would
to
I-
that.
Okay, you can make your check with advantage.
Would it be possible to jump off at the last second?
No,
Just think-
you'd need more force than 36 per second, which you're falling 250 feet. You're gonna be hitting in like 5 seconds, so that's still like a force
Okay, then I'm just gonna-
of like 5,000.
Then I'm just gonna use athletics to hold on, because I'm at 1 health. I'm probably gonna take. Oh.
Okay.
Oh.
So, Denenburden, what are you doing?
I don't know. I'm fucking tired. Just fucking. I don't know. I did what you said. I held on, I guess.
All right, you attempt to hold on with a 10, doesn't save. So,
Yeah, I know.
as you go to hold on, just like many other ones, something grabs your back and you both go flying off. As Bill, you go and you grab a board, you're like, haha! The board rips out underneath you as you go flying off. Meanwhile, Hunter, bounty hunter, extraordinaire,
Yes.
Wahoo. You hold on, and you're the only one left on the platform except Skunk Lord Steve, who's holding onto the platform with you. Air passing by you, fast, fast, fast. Platform hits the ground. Make me just a general athletics check. Actually, no, this would be acrobatics to lessen the damage.
Ooh. 14.
Okay. 14. That's enough, because you're using a shield. So you will take a quarter of the damage, which is 80 reduced to 20 points of bludgeoning damage to you, Wahoo.
Wow. That hurt.
So as you hit the ground, it shatters, sending shrapnel into you as you continue to roll. Skunk Lord Steve, who's technically at 1 health right now, rolls. Meanwhile, the other two that are in the air, Dead and Burden, as you're falling, is there anything you would like to do to try and prevent yourself from hitting the ground?
I can't. I got no magic. I got no fucking weapons that can help me out here. I got fucking nothing. If I can platform's too far away from me.
Could try to fight gravity.
You do technically have wings. They don't work for flying, but you could try to glide yourself to lessen the damage.
Do I actually have wings?
Most Kenku do have winged-like arms. They have a lot of feathers on them.
They have a lot of feathers, but they don't actually have wings.
Yeah, but you could try it.
I thought about calling out to a fucking
You know what?
god or something.
I may not be the DM here, but I would rule that to be an acrobatics check to avoid killing yourself on impact.
Yeah, that's how I would rule it. But what are you doing?
Fuck, I'm so tired. Sure, why not? I can't fucking think. That sounds about right.
Alright, so as you open up a bunch of your robes and whatnot to try and give yourself more of a glide ability, go ahead and roll me just an acrobatics check.
Okay, I'm gonna ask a question in DMs
Sure.
because I don't want to spoil anything that they don't know.
Mm-hmm. Okay, well, that's the DC I needed. So, as you open up your coat and you're falling, you start to lessen you're like, oh, this is gonna hurt, and you smack into the sand, but you lessen to the fall damage, so you take 20 points as well, which doesn't kill you. Actually, no, because technically you would take 40, which doesn't outright kill you, so you go hit the ground unconscious,
So
but...
40 damage?
Yes, you go hit the ground unconscious.
I'm unconscious.
However, we're not going to do anything yet. Big Shot. What are you doing as you're flying around holding this plank, unable to, right yourself at the moment?
If you would check DM. That is my question.
As you whisper to it, go ahead and make me just a general... How would I do this? Technically, it hasn't eaten a glider or anything. I'll say you would have fed it, sheets and whatnot, so... Go ahead and just, I'll roll really quickly here. It becomes a lot of folded sheets if you wanted to. You could do that.
Alright, that should generate some drag.
Yeah, some drag. Not a lot, though. You sure you want to do that?
I'm just gonna. I won't try to fight gravity because that's a high DC.
You've got a board with you if you want to try to land it and try to do a cool surf move on the sands instead.
You know, I was thinking
Big
of trying to
shot.
skill surf with
Big
the
shot.
board.
You threw a sword at the ground in order to fight physics. I'm pretty sure you can fight gravity.
Right,
Why
but
does
it's
Bill
a
have
Big
all
shot.
the ability of fucking
Big
stupid
shot.
fighting
You
shit?
are not doing what Bill would do. What would Bill
Well,
do?
fucking Big Shot fight fucking gravity.
Well, you never asked to try to.
Bill's gonna fight gravity.
Bill's out.
So how are you going to try
Bill
to fight
fights
gravity?
gravity.
How are you going to try to fight it?
I'm I'm going to rage and once more throw a sword at the ground.
So, as you
Fuck
rage,
anyone below me.
the flames come off you like a meteor. As you start to pull your arm out, and you're like, you look at your arm and you're like, should I turn it into a parachute? No, fast through your mind. A person comes flying up, hits you in the face, burns instantly to nothing on impact as you throw around.
Didn't hit that, sorry.
As you
Fucking
take your
fine.
axe and throw it forward, make me a strength check.
Raw strength
Yeah, raw
or
strength.
athletics?
Raw strength.
Oh, last time you let me use athletics.
Actually, no, you're trying to break gravity this time, you said specifically, right?
Well, yeah, physics, gravity.
Okay, go ahead.
He did this
Same,
last
weren't they?
time.
So what's your roll?
It was athletics last time.
Yeah,
so is
athletics,
it
so athletics.
Okay.
Alright, so as you throw it, you're like, it's not gonna work! And then you're like, gravity, gravity, gravity. Roll me... Because this is not charisma-based. Because this is not... Actually, no, this would be your force of will, correct? So, force of will,
Yep.
is that charisma, or is that wisdom? No, that would be wisdom, wouldn't it?
Force of will is generally wisdom.
Alright, so...
Knowledge is intelligence. Wisdom is
Willpower.
basically your willpower, yes, and charisma is your ability to
Confidence,
influence
basically.
the world around you.
Okay, so I'll say this. Either choose a charisma or a wisdom saving throw.
I will go with charisma.
And I will give you an extra... I'll give you an extra d6 of inspiration.
Wag.
Because you are a Bill.
Total of 20.
You have advantage because the King in Iron is helping you, remember.
Oh yeah. Shit.
I regret joining a late night campaign.
These are the ones where the most stuff happens.
Yeah,
20.
I'm fucking dead fucking tired 'cause I worked today.
Oh, well, if you need to, you can leave, my man. I'll just let you know what happens afterwards.
Fucking solid.
Alright. Thank you for coming, man.
Mm-hmm.
I'll let you know what you get.
This is the best part.
So, Bill. I'm gonna roll d10 really quickly here. That beats the DC. Fuck you. So, as you're falling, you once again see that red moon in the sky before you go down and you miss and you're like, fuck! And you just, gravity, gravity, fuck gravity! And as you do, you just suddenly stop in midair. As you're holding there, you feel this psychic energy surrounding your body. Almost like anti-gravity. And as you start to will yourself, you start to almost stand in midair, maybe 20 feet above the ground. Everyone around, well, that's conscious at the moment, including Wahoo. Wahoo, you look up and you see Bill suddenly floating with this small heat wave surrounding him as flames burst off of him. And you see him just standing there in midair. As the air temperature creates these small tempests around him, as he slowly lists towards the ground and sand is sent flying everywhere around him. As he lands peacefully on the ground. From stopping yourself in midair, you do take 20 points of bludgeoning damage, but as you're standing there within your rage, go ahead and make me a con save, Bill.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Dream on!
Yeah.
Fuck
22.
you! Fuck you! Fuck you! So, as you
That's
stand
me.
there and you land on the ground, you're about to crumple down, but you hear the King in Iron say, "Stand tall, my proud knight. My berserker."
Yourself. Stop eating plastic. No. That boy. I can't eat
Skrunkloid, stop! Stand proud, my berserker. Not only have you survived this day, you have proven worthy to defy the gods themselves. You will make a great asset to me. Oh, the power you will gain. I knew taking a bill on would be correct. Your next assignment, my knights. Find the throne room of the gods that exists here on the mortal plane.
Schmuck. I did ask that question in DMs about the axe for the King in Iron. You never gave me an answer.
Well, at the moment everything was going on, and he responds to you. If you want something interesting to happen, yes. However, combine the axe if you wish. It's not my place to say. It'll be an interesting few days for me if you do, though. Find the throne room and thrones of the gods that exists here within Durath.
Well, if you say it's okay, I'm going to merge the two axes.
Well, before that, let me finish what I'm fucking saying. Find the throne room of the gods. Bring me there. Light the flames and braziers. Take your seat upon the throne.
Aye, Captain.
After all, those have been vacant for quite a while, since the gods themselves ascended. It'll be interesting to see one of your skills. At this point, you come back to, and you find the platinum axe on the ground. As you pick it up, pulling out your terra axe, do you combine them?
Mm-hmm. I certainly do.
Interesting. Okay, I'm gonna need to talk to Domino. Anyways, as you put them closer together, it's like trying to merge two similar magnets as they're pushing away from each other. Pushing away. Do you continue to try and push?
Yes.
As you continue to push, you hear this scream from both voices, the King in Iron and the axe itself. And suddenly, as you push them together, they merge, almost like a liquid, pushing your hand through a liquid together. And there's this splash, and everything in the desert goes white. Everyone upon Turam sees this. Even from Pearl Shore, your people see, after the white of Pearl Shore, from the desert sands across the way, this bright light envelops the entire world like a sun.
It had gotten so bright
And at this
that
point...
I felt I'd slept in.
Exactly, at this point, as everyone in the world sees this bright light and is like, fuck. Suddenly, night approaches once again. And for some reason, though it was merely twilight, and it may be 2 hours from darkness, everyone was stunned for those 2 hours. Or so it seems. Time may have skipped. As you hold the King in Iron's axe in both hands, it now has this platinum sheen along its alongside the axe head that seems to mix into this almost beautiful, intricate carvings amongst the magma-like head. It seems to wrap around the lattice down the axe as well, and it comes to the points at the top, and it seems to shine brightly, almost like a sun itself. As you hold the axe, you feel power. Power. Make me a wisdom save.
Oh no. You know wisdom is not my strong suit. I'm a Bill.
Bill, you're not in the deserts.
Ah.
But as you look up, you see the stars, and you realize it's around the end of the red moon. It is not the time you were standing in the desert. You're about 2 months ahead of schedule from where you just were.
Oh.
As you look around, you see nothing but plant life, beautiful trees, forests, swamps growing in this underground-like large cavern where you can still see the sky for some reason. It's almost like it's imprinted on the top of this cavern itself, and it moves as if the sky would. You see this large tree, and you see surrounding it well, above it, this large pod of waterish green water that has vines growing out of it, and a seed, almost like an acorn, directly in the middle of it, maybe hundreds of feet tall above the largest tree. And you see multiple of these, but smaller, surrounding it, floating around it, in a small, pulsing, almost wave-like pattern. And you see an individual, larger, almost larger than, like, 200 feet large. This woman-like figure, only the upper torso of her, as you stand upon a large ledge above the forests at the edge. That seems to... her entire torso itself takes up the entire forest, almost like this visage created of fog by the fog of the forest itself, of green, with flowing hair that seems to flow with the winds. Puts her hand under her chin and looks at you. You seem lonely. And you find yourself here. Huh. We'll see if you're... Why have you come, Bill?
I'll be honest, I don't know.
She takes her hand out and slowly caresses your face, and this mist touches you. And as it does, you hear, "We'll find out if you're worthy enough soon, when you ascend. But for now, you're my guest. Don't hurt this forest, and it won't hurt you. Welcome to the sanctuary. The only remaining part of the true ancient Durath. How it used to be. I am the keeper of the seed of Durath, the seed of the world. You may call me Sorella."
Hi, Miss Sorella.
As she seems to smile at you. It's basically that Blade Runner scene. You know, the large hologram, that's what I'm talking about, as she's just staring at
gotcha.
you. Yeah. And she just looks at you and says, "Please, there's many ancient homes here that have not succumbed to the test of time just yet. Feel free to grab one of them. We'll talk soon."
Very well.
As she slowly disappears back into the forest. As she does, you look around yourself, long rested, not knowing where you are exactly. Roll me a history check. Basically that, yeah.
Okay, history check. Give me one moment while I check my history. We got +2 to that.
Bill.
19.
It was either history or nature check, but you rolled history. I meant to say or nature,
well, you
but
didn't.
I messed up. So what was your nature bonus?
Still +2.
Okay, so did you want to go
Good
nature?
distance. I'll go with... Yeah, I'll go with nature.
So rolling a 19. Using your nature, looking at the stars in the sky, well, the stars in the cavern roof, and placing the time that you're supposed to be 2 months later at the end of the red moon when it glows the brightest, placing yourself where some of the constellations are. You know where you are. You're still on Durath. But you're somewhere in Jaggerbret.
Intriguing.
Which you always thought it was weird that Jaggerbret was forestry and nature, while the rest of it was mainly desert or dried badlands, where there's some shrubbery that grows, but not a lot. Sanctuary, something else. You remember ancient stories of the very beginnings of Durath. It's said that there was jungles and mighty different nature biomes that existed, even snow in some places, which is crazy to think about, because Durath is mainly desert, except for the one place, Jaggerbret, with trees, jungle, humidity. Something about the seed of the world. And you start to put together, this seed is probably the reason that this exists. You know Natu is the same as this, but that's not on the main continent, and that's run by a bunch of druids that protect that forest. This is not one of those places. You start to figure, something is different here. Something is strange with that seed up there. You don't know what it is. You know that it is very powerful, though. just looking at it, hums with natural
You're
magic.
cutting out.
All right, where did you last hear me?
Am I cutting out?
Nope,
No.
you're not cutting out.
Where did you last hear me?
You were. I last heard you at your.
Yeah, but what did you last hear?
I fucking something about nature.
This seed holds tremendous natural magical properties to it. World changing, almost, it feels. Just looking at it, it radiates this natural magic to it. More so than the entire continent of Durath, which mages that come to Durath say it is heavily radiating of natural magics. And you could actually feel it, you and your martial self. You're like, this is much more than what people say the continent is. There's something going on here. You don't know what. You could probably study, but who knows? You're here, you don't know how you got here. Your axe is strange. You hear no speak from the King in Iron, even if you directly talk to him. Something is going on.
Spartan, are you still there? Are you still mad?
So as you look around and the woman's gone, you can see a few dancing fey lights in the distant forest beneath you. You see large running rivers and lakes. This is like its own continent, almost. What do?
Well, I suppose I will go find one of those houses and take some well-deserved time to myself.
So as you think about the events, you sling your axe over your shoulder, take a step off the edge, and fall into one of the rivers as you explore this place called the Sanctuary to figure out why you're here and what you're doing here. That's where that story ends for you at the moment, but you can stay if you want to listen to the rest. Go ahead and level up your character to level 6.
I'm sorry, you said 6?
6.
Yes.
Oh, now you messed up.
Takes all 4 levels in... all 3 levels in Barbarian.
That's what I'm doing.
Oh no! Oh no! I'll also tell you what your axe gets afterwards. But, anyways, Wahoo, you see him combine the axes, and then you wake up and it's night. And he's no longer standing there, but what is standing there is a reminiscent outline of him. That seems to be just this platinum, celestial, almost, coloration of light that just stands there almost like a statue of him. And then shoots upwards into the stars and seems to split. And you see those splits all take a form like almost like missiles, taking a turn, and starts heading in the southern direction. As you see them fall a distance away, and just using your general knowledge of the landscape of Durath, they fall amongst Jaggerbret.
The hoes in Durath gonna love this.
As you awaken, you see next to you, Skrunkloid Steve is currently sleeping on the ground, and you see other survivors. You see Dead and Burden, who you go and pick up off the ground, stabilizing them. What do you do, Wahoo? As you see, the island itself is gone. I'll say, Wahoo, before you combine the axes with the island, because I know some people who watch this, if anybody watches it, are going to want to know what happened with the island. The island itself, as you watched Bill putting the axes together, you saw it in your periphery, as the chain disappeared, it spun uncontrollably and got flung into the storm quite a distance away. And what's strange to you, Wahoo, the sandstorm that is ever present in this area that you know of is no longer present on this beautiful night. The stars shine amongst the sands.
Well, that fucking sucked.
And then he just plops his ass on the ground and pulls out his pipe and packs it.
You pack your pipe. As you hear coyotes and hyenas howling, you decide not to make a campfire, because that would be stupid. Pack your pipe. You light it up and start to smoke a little bit as you sit
I'm an
on.
ice tiefling. I'll be fine.
You sit on one of
He's
the
on that
dunes.
stuff.
Sit on one of your dunes, dead and burdened next to you, with what's to come, traveling through the sands towards wherever you're going. Nepal, which is the closest place to you currently. Well, it's called Nipple, actually, funny enough. But it's a boating area that could lead to Jaggerbret if you wanted to know what happened with those stars. You have all the coin on you that you had. If you wanted to head to Riverton to get a boat out of this continent, you could possibly do so. If you wanted to head to Pearl Shore, wherever you wanted to head next, whatever your plans are, they're your own. And until Dead and Burden awakens, you have to escort him, is your assumption, otherwise he'll just die out here. Unless you want to just leave him. What do you wish to do? As your thought process begins, what are the last thoughts you have as you sit on this mound, watching this beautiful sky, smoking your pipe?
He'll drag Dead and Burden with him to Jaggerbret.
So, as your pipe slowly starts to go out, and you finally decide, fuck it, why not? He helped me quite a bit, might as well help him. You put out your pipe as the sun comes up just over the horizon. Grabbing everything you have, grabbing the small rust monster, you look at it and just give it a thought of disgust, shaking your head. Grabbing Dead and Burden, whose legs are completely shattered at this point. Well, not shattered to being unusable, but the metal is bent and broken in different ways. You grab them, put her over your shoulder, and you start to head towards Nipple, which is a few days' travel away. As you begin to head, the sun rising at your back, looking off into the distance. What's your last thought or saying of this session?
I don't think Morgan has a lot to say right now. I think his thought is kind of just,
Fuck.
yeah, fuck.
So you're like,
I
you let out
mean-
an exhausted sigh as you huff them up and begin to make your way through the sands.
Like, I'm alive.
Alright. Go ahead and put Morgan's level to 6, by the way.
Alright.
Now, Soup, and what I assume probably everyone here has been waiting for, Goliath. As you slowly fall, your skin starting to disintegrate a bit, starting to be buffeted by the sand as you're falling 1,000 feet. You're suddenly hit by the chain. Well, no, sorry. You wouldn't be hit by the chain. No. You fall, and you grab. And as you grab a piece of floatstone out of the air, you grab it, and it inserts itself into your hand, into your body. And it drags you across the air. The floatstone shatters, and you start to fall again. The air passing by you. You suddenly hit the ground with force. Your arms, legs, back, most of your bones broken, your flesh tearing off and slawing off of your body. You go unconscious. Okay.
Okay, what the hell finds me down here?
Soup. As you awaken, you see this large Durathi sand whale passing over you. And as it does, you see this strike of fire, a pillar. No, I'm just fucking with you. This Durathi sand whale continues forward and moving. And then you see a rumbling in the ground as this purple worm breaks out and stares down at you as it's going to come and devour you. And you can't move. A pillar of flame strikes through it, killing it instantly. As its body falls to the ground, you see a mirage. Not really a mirage, but something akin to it at night. As you can't see the shape of the figure just yet. Everything's cold around you, but you see this... Your vision, no longer thermal. Your mind, your own again. To an extent. You see this womanly figure approaching. The closer she gets, the more you can determine. Your dark vision kicking in. You see this blackened dress with almost an open front. It seems to be almost like a skirt with only like 90%. The front of it is missing almost. It's almost like a beach skirt. It doesn't go further than the back of the knees. Black in color still, with little red outlines to it, with this rose-like pattern upon it. It goes up to the waist, and then you see this beautiful flowing... Go ahead.
Unfortunately, Goliaths do not have dark vision.
You're right, sorry. My bad, but you do see it in the night. You see this beautiful flowing black blouse, and this pale white skin, yellow eyes, and this beautiful tucked up hair with a single stick implemented into it to keep it tucked up, similar to a somewhat Asian style. As she walks forward, this beautiful face looking over towards you, she reaches down and caresses your chin and goes, "Oh, my dear, my dear, my dear, look what happened to you. How interesting you are, and what a disappointment that you've been left like this. How about you?"
I just wanted to be free, like the birds in the air.
Well, my dear, freedom is an illusion. Why don't you come with me and we can talk about how we can set others free?
They just wish to be like the wind and the waters, flowing with nothing to stop them.
She slowly rubs your bald head and goes, "Well, dearie, how about you come with me?
For a second, I thought you said something different.
Well, dearie, how about you come with me and we can talk more about this? Let's get you patched up. Roll me a charisma save as you smell this beautiful rose-like scent."
Alright, what are my stats currently?
Your wisdom, charisma, and
Intelligence?
intelligence are back up to 10.
Okay.
And your body stats are back down to 20.
Alright, in that case, it's going to just be... A charisma save would just be a flat roll then, so...
Yeah, and your body is like wet, like your arms and legs are like wet noodles. Your entire body is broken as they're starting to slither back into points, to your joints.
That is a 13.
13.
That's a failure, isn't it?
Yes. As this
I
woman,
figured.
this beautiful woman stares down at you and says this. "That sounds nice. As she slowly closes your eyes for a second and puts lay on hands into you. Because, mind you, she has lay on hands. This beautiful woman slowly heals you a bit more as your arms come back in, still elongated, and you're still 10 feet tall now. And your body is monstrous in design a little bit. You now have 6 arms. Slowly she begins to heal you as day starts to break. She touches you once more, and you both turn to mist. And the last thing you see as your eyes go closed as you come back to more material form is this black tower, multiple towers connected by hallways that are ever shifting and moving, a gentle fog around this huge manor, a large cast iron blackened gates, and beautiful fields around it too. This is the Vaughn Manor.
I figured as much.
And with that, that's where we'll end the session.
Alright.
So, what'd you guys think of the session?
I now finally have made an actual antagonist instead of accidentally releasing one. So now your statement is correct.
I have made a character who...
Speaking.
I've
Hey,
made a character who
keep in
might
mind
be
that
contained.
other than the Dark Fae, everything else was your doing, Big Shot.
Anyways, sorry.
Everything else was you.
Wahoo, what were you saying?
I created a character who might become really chaotic.
Alright.
Alright,
His nickname isn't on accident.
So, any feedback for the session?
For
Oh.
Ebthus, the Goliath that I was playing, is it now semi-permanent that his strength, dex, and con are 28 while his mental stats are flat 10s?
I'll say over the course of healing, yes.
All right then.
He has also
He now
turned.
has-
Also turn him into a thrall.
Okay. I'm going to assume that his AC goes back down to what it normally would be with adamantine plate in his
Oh
shield,
no, his
right?
shit's broken.
Okay. He no longer has that shit.
It was
then.
consumed by his form. Man, the antagonist to Altrivius is gonna be this guy. Anyways, I think that was fun. I'm going to end the video here, so if there's anything you'd like to say to the video, feel free.
What about the Ring of Spellstoring? Does he still have that?
Gone.
All right. So I'll have the
Anyways,
Ring of
anything you guys like to say to the video before I end it?
Big,
this was a
meaty
one-time
crab
character.
claws.
Go ahead.
To anyone watching, this was indeed a one-time character. I just made this kind of on the spot. Although I did intentionally make him do that because I wanted him to be evil.
He will
Or
be
at
back.
the very least crazy.
He will be back.
Wahoo,
This
anything
is
you'd
now
like to say?
this is now a main antagonist in the story. He will be back.
Wahoo, anything you'd like to say?
Nope.
Alright, well, that's everything. Anybody watching, thanks for watching. Hope you had a good one. See ya.